I'm still kind of sweaty. Got excited there. A little excitable.
You got a little worked up.
Yeah, I do. I get passionate when we talk about things.
Oh, boy. Number 23 just came to a close.
Yep.
Late Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Always the theme around here.
Yep. Because we don't go out.
Yeah, no
We're
shit.
here.
That is not happening.
Yeah.
So we were all over the map. Surprise, surprise on this episode.
That's the point of the
I think
podcast.
the last fucking hour and a half, maybe, probably hour,
Yeah,
was just
it
one
was
conversation.
One conversation that got heated.
Yeah.
And then we started to, I think, discussed more and more, came to an understanding.
Good times.
Yeah.
Noodle salad. So, you've never seen As Good as It Gets?
No. Wait,
Oh,
as
my
good
God.
as it gets.
Good times, noodle salad.
Who's in
Jack
that?
Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Is that the one where he's in the house in the beach? Where he's
so specific with those details.
where he was dating the younger one and then he got hurt and now he's started fucking the mom?
Is that Weekend at Bernie's?
No.
No, man. He lives in this apartment complex, and Greg Kinnear's this gay artist who gets jumped, and then he has to watch his dog, and Cuba Gooding Jr.'s there, and he's in love with Helen Hunt. She's a waitress. He's super OCD. It's a fucking incredible movie. You should watch it.
I don't know.
It's
if I've seen
Nicholson's best movie ever, I would say.
that. Not Anger Management?
Oh, yeah. It's much better than that. Goose fraba. So, we'll let you guys get into this one. Feel free to hit us up, What's Next Pod at Gmail. What's Next Pod, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, feedback, questions, comments, links, any of that kind of stuff. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get updates. We put out these videos once a week, even though last week we skipped doing that. So we put them out when we fucking feel like it.
Whenever it wouldn't be inconvenience to everyone else because it would not have worked out last week.
That's true. So hit us up on any of those outlets. And then feel free to give us a review on iTunes. Shoot us an email at that what's next pod at Gmail and just kind of let us know what you think about this whole thing. That would be greatly appreciated. So without any more talking, number 23.
Okay. Yay. Yes. Okay. Smack me in the mouth. Turn that a bit that way. There we go. Woohoo.
This is a pretty fancy little rig I made here.
Is that going to work out for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
Just all up in my face.
All up in your face. The only thing I don't like about this chair is I have a short femur, so it doesn't go nearly as far to the edge. It feels like I can just do this.
Oh, okay.
Like a child. It's hee to come on the podcast.
Nice.
All right.
What should we just do? Like an hour and a half of staring at the camera?
Hello.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
You can't see me because you're blind. Fucking
Truly a fucking great music
that
video.
music video. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Pretty special.
Yep.
Oh.
Hello.
I've got my research iPad here.
Your research pad.
Yeah. I don't know why I felt the need to bring this up here.
Makes you look cool.
Well, I thought if I wanted to look at some stuff on Reddit, I could just jump on here. Which you still have never used this app, have you?
Nope.
Alien Blue.
Nope.
I like it.
That's good. I do find on regular Reddit.
Yeah. I think I had saved. Oh, my God.
I still don't have an account.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't even subscribe to things.
that's your own fucking
Like if I want to go to something,
problem.
if I want to look at Gone Wild, I have to type in Gone Wild every time. So it doesn't just pop up for me.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to Gone Wild because I don't need all that shit like popping up on my, in my way all the time so much. But I like to be able to save links. That's the reason I have an account. Like I find an interesting story and then I can actually save it for later.
That's interesting. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with what I'm doing. I mean, it's not like I really do anything on there. I read it and then we talk about it and that's it. I mean, we talk weekly. It's not like a whole lot of shit happens in my life in 7 days.
Well, you need to up your fucking excitement ante.
It's
my
hard.
Week was ridiculous.
It's hard. I'm at work all the time, so no, nothing has happened in between. Oh, you know what? Something exciting happened to me.
Okay.
I got sick. I was throwing up and pooping a bunch on one day.
Super.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's about the only thing that happened to me besides work. So I was sick.
Did you eat some bad food or something?
Probably, maybe. I'm gonna go with it was the night before. that night for dinner, I cooked a stir fry containing vegetables, chicken, and shrimp.
Cross contamination. Why chicken and shrimp? Like you made this on? You just decided to make this on your own?
Yeah, I was leaving work. I was like, I'm hungry. I need food. I really shouldn't go get fast food. It's terrible. Like I'm getting really fat. You know what? I'm gonna go to Albertsons. I'm gonna get some snap peas, some onions, some bell peppers, chicken. You know, I want some shrimp. Let's get some shrimp too. Let's go get some raw shrimp from their seafood section.
Always buy the frozen shrimp. Which I know sounds like a crazy thing to say, but do you know why?
Because I don't know. Because it could just be sitting there.
So, unless you're getting shrimp that's like off the boat and you're on the Gulf somewhere, the shrimp, like the quote unquote fresh shrimp that you get at the grocery store, is not fresh. So what happens is,
it's been frozen and transported
and thawed. So what happens is any of that shrimp, as soon as they catch it, it goes into a freezer on the boat. It gets frozen, and gets transported to many places that way. And then when they put it out on like display in the little seafood section of the grocery store, they have then thawed it from being frozen to cold, and then you've got to take it home and cook it. So it's been basically frozen and thawed already, whereas the frozen shrimp is frozen on the boat and it stays frozen, and so the freshness is much higher. It's basically there's not a much of a chance for bacterial buildup because it stays frozen.
I didn't think about
so we buy that's the one thing we buy frozen every time is shrimp.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, they were still pretty frozen. There was still plenty of. I guess it was thawed though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something I learned recently. I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Like, yeah, they're gonna freeze it as soon as they catch it to basically keep it from going bad, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have to thaw it to put it in the fucking store. So.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense. But yeah, that did me in on Thursday.
Well, I'm glad you at least made the healthy decision.
Yeah.
And it fucking blew up in your face.
I had some
Should have
rice.
gone to Jack in the Box.
Had some rice too. Yeah.
Do you have like a wok?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. We've got like this. It's called a Staub pot. It's like fucking 2 foot tall or some shit. It's massive. Cast iron, big fucking thing. You can do like pot roasts in it and pretty much anything. Chilies and all that kind of shit, but you can use it as a huge wok essentially.
Yeah.
It's not like light. Oh, that scared me. It's not lightweight enough to where you can like, with a wok, you can still kind of handle it by hand.
I do. Mine is still kind of heavy
This
when
thing
you put everything in it.
Two big fucking hand. Like it's heavy when it's empty. It's really heavy.
Yeah, no, mine's big. It's a big wok, and it is pretty heavy and hard to do whenever everything's in there. But yeah, I do have a wok. I enjoy it. So
I love a good stir
that's
fry.
what I did. It was good.
Few things that'll outdo a nice stir fry with like a scrambled egg in it.
I didn't do an egg. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
It's some eggs.
it's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to eat at Genghis more often if it didn't gross me the fuck out when I go there now.
Oh,
Like,
how everything's just sitting out.
Everything's sitting out and all slimy, and then there's like the chicken is in the shrimp and the beef is in the fuck. It's like,
And then the tongues. The
Dude,
tongues are not going back into the
no.
same meats.
I've had that problem the last couple times I've gone to like, because I was on the road all week. I was in Austin and then I shot Tuesday I went to Austin, was there until Thursday night. Thursday night shot down to Houston, spent the day in Houston, came back. So when I travel, I try to just live off like Whole Foods, Central Market, HEB, basically. Unless I know there are some like healthier restaurants in the area, which when I'm in those cities, like Austin I know pretty well. Houston, I don't know where anything is. It's all on the east side, and I hate that city, so I'm not going to learn it. But I've had this problem when I've been going to like those places because they all have salad bars. People like they just put the fucking tongs wherever they want. It's like, you know, the carrots, they put the cucumber tongs in the carrots and this, and I'm like, it's great. They're all vegetables. It's not really that big a deal, but like cross contamination is still a thing even with vegetables, guys. I mean, like, you know, tomatoes can carry certain bacteria that like you may not want on your carrots or what. I mean, and they'll like I'll see the same thing with the meats too. Like there'll be two sets of tongs in the turkey, you know, and the grilled chicken doesn't have tongs, and I'm like, well, now I don't want either one. Like I guess I'm getting something else.
Yeah, but really, honestly, you should think that it's that way every time. Unless you're there as soon as they put
Unless
everything
you
out.
saw it happen, yeah, then you should just assume it's
That's all been in every single
some
one
assholes. You see some fucking dickhead just
yeah,
going down
no,
the
he
line.
grabs it. He most likely most people don't use a different tongue for each one. If they grab the turkey, they'll grab the beef and everything else with the same tongue, even though there's a tongue already in there for the rest of it.
You know what drives me fucking crazy is like, and especially at this Whole Foods up the street, the salad bar and like the Greek bar or whatever, the snot shield comes out so far that you literally have to like squat and then reach as far as you can because there are 3 rows. So you can get to the outside row from either side, but that middle one, you have to be fucking Stretch Armstrong
to reach in there.
Yeah, it sucks. You're like bending down sideways and shit, trying to get a fucking olive. It's like I'm a, you know, a normal sized person. I can barely reach this. What about the little 5-foot Asian lady behind me? She need a booster?
She's not getting olives.
Yeah, it's just nothing. Sorry. She can get some.
Or she crawls underneath.
She slides in
gets
there.
underneath it and inside there and starts
Yeah.
making food.
Just pushes out the fucking thing, pops up her head like a little gopher, starts grabbing shit. That'd be pretty good.
So what exciting stuff happened to you this week? Apparently, you said.
I mean, I wouldn't call it exciting. It was just an insane week, mostly. It was like, if I described in detail like what my work week looked like, people would want to kill themselves because it was just hectic. I mean, I was on the phone all day, every day, driving all over, seeing customers, and like it was fucking madness. I was having a conversation with somebody on the way home. I left College Station about 4:30 yesterday. I didn't get home till like 7:30 or something. And I was just telling one of my coworkers, I was like, I'm so far behind on just catch-up work, like just even following up with people or like calling prospects, like new people that I haven't met yet, things like that. I don't know how I'm going to catch. I can't, unless I take 2 weeks where I don't do anything else but just like cold call, follow-up calls, shit like that. I don't know what the fuck. I can't go to any meetings, can't talk about new projects, like, but that's not going to happen. So I don't know. So some people just aren't going to hear from me, I guess, which they don't know. I mean, I was cold calling them anyways, you know, how do they know? But like that kills. So as busy, the real struggle is as busy as I am right now, it hurts me 6 months from now because I can't prospect right now. So down the line, if I don't have as much in my pipeline, it's because right now I have too much going on that I can't get out and start filling the pipeline right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I understand.
So, which I guess is a good place to be, but does get a bit frustrating. So, how do you like the new setup, by the way? I rearranged the artwork.
You know what? I didn't realize that
Yeah.
until you pointed it out. Yeah.
So
It's not a bad setup. I feel like my neck's going to start to hurt doing this, trying to talk to you. Think I need to.
well, I really messed with like trying to turn us toward each other, or yeah, you can move your chair.
I can't do anything. Let's do this. I'm gonna do a little.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, bump
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hello.
So
like this.
last
Just,
week,
how's it going?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I actually, I put that there so you could kind of armrest it since I have armrests and you don't.
It was getting awkward. I was like,
What do I
I'm
do
doing
with
my hands.
I'm just gonna buy another office chair for up here so you can have one.
Okay. That's fine.
Not to be nice to you, but I don't want you ruining that chair any more than you are
How am I running this chair?
sitting in it.
Fuck you. What's the chair made for? Sit in it.
Well, need a new cushion though. You're wearing out the cushion.
Yeah.
What happens when you sit in a chair?
Because you're sitting in a fucking chair.
I understand.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, it's not you. It's just the fact that someone's in it.
Well, why do you have a chair if no one's going to sit in it?
I'm almost cool with having furniture nobody even uses. So just sit on
Why?
the floor Indian style and look at how nice the couch is.
You went to the fucking sitting room, the room where no one's allowed to go in, has the fancy stuff, and you're like, don't you go in that fucking room. That's the sitting room.
No, let's
Like, what's the point of the goddamn room? Why do you even have it?
People will come over or like bring a dog or a kid or something over, and they're like sitting on the couch, and like something happens, they spill or they scratch it, and they're like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "Man, if you think I give a motherfuck about this couch, like it's a couch. Its whole purpose is to get fucking destroyed, basically.
Yeah.
You buy it so you can fuck it up, and 5 years later you get another one and fuck it up. Like, I mean that really nice couch we have that nobody sits on.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice decor piece. But if somebody sits on it, I don't get freaked out. But yeah, I mean that's what it's made for. It just there's something about, and not that that's a new one, but like there's something about new furniture that I just don't want it to be used. Like when we bought this patio furniture, I didn't want anybody to sit in it because I was like,
it's new. You don't want new stuff to be
ruined.
ruined.
I was like, fuck, now we have to ruin it. But yeah, that is its purpose. So last week, for those who missed it, was episode 22, UFC 214. We watched. We had two guests, good friend of ours, Justin, and then Cody's brother, Chase, who I was not able to line up as my new co-host. I'm still working on the contract for that. So looking at like a 2-year deal.
Fine. That's okay with me.
$5 million guaranteed.
You know
we'll
what?
get it worked out.
I would be okay with that. That means my Saturday nights are freed up again. So it's okay. I will miss you people, you 5 people who listen and watch.
Yeah.
But that means I can like dedicate more time to my masturbation skills on Saturday nights.
He's
Just
got
really,
wrists of
really,
steel.
really focus in on it and find out where I'm good at.
So what I was trying to say, we didn't put that episode on YouTube. We didn't record video. So there's going to be a gap in the YouTube videos from 21 to 23. That would have been a shit show to try to do video there because there were 4 of us sitting around a round table, like coming in and out, getting beers and food.
Yep.
I mean, and there was
pausing it to go watch fights.
Yeah, and we had like the console and everything in the middle, so there was no room to put anything anywhere. And your apartment is lit like a fucking dungeon, so we wouldn't have been able to see anything on the video. It would have just been a couple like shadows, like a movie trailer or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the one that calls or fucking whatever? I am the one who knocks. So yeah, no YouTube video on that one, which is great for me because no editing.
We were glistening because it was hot as fuck.
It was, man. I did not realize that because we sit in my office in my house and it's not very well air conditioned, so it's warm, but like your apartment's hotter than this room, which I did not think was possible.
No, that was the worst it's ever been. I think it's because it was four bodies in there
moving around.
Yeah. And because I hadn't replaced the air filter in like 6 to 8 months and not thinking about it, I probably should be replacing every 2 months or so because I have a dog who sheds. And I didn't think about all of her hair getting in there. Like, I would just think normal dust and stuff, but I was like, whenever Justin pointed that out, I was like, fuck, you're right. Pulled it out, and it was a solid sheet.
Yeah. I've got a 25 by 20 by 4, fucking monster. The biggest one you can buy. And you get the 10 or like the highest level allergen collection, whatever bullshit. And it says it'll last you 12 to 18 months. I replace it every 5 or 6 months because it's like dog, people coming in and out. You know, I mean, and when I take it out, it's fucking dirty.
Yep.
So that's how it goes.
It has definitely helped.
That's good.
Yeah, it was definitely. It was getting cold in the house. It's finally getting down to 75 and staying there.
Sweet.
It did get up there today. It did get up pretty hot. Did get up to like 79. So I don't know if today was a particularly hot day today or what, but
It wasn't bad. It was high 90s.
But yeah, it has been nice and cold in my apartment finally. So that's what's been going on with it. And I didn't think about that.
Just been puking, dumping, and AC, and
Yep.
it's your life.
Yep. That's it, man. Just working. I spent so much time there. I still, even with taking a whole day off, I still put in, I think, close to 45 hours.
Yeah.
Losing a whole day.
Yeah.
And that's even not working today. It was volunteered Saturday. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Don't feel like it. Feel like taking the Saturday off.
So tomorrow, I was supposed to be getting on a plane to Vegas,
Yep.
but that is not
That's
happening.
not happening.
I'm not sad about it. It's just like, I mean, it would have been cool to hang out with those people, but there were a couple major things I couldn't miss this week, and I'm just, like my wife was telling me today, she's like, I really wish you would have, decided to go ahead and go on that trip because you need the time off and you deserve a break. And I was like, look, here's how I'm approaching everything moving forward. If the next 10 to 15 years, I don't get a lot of time like to myself or for vacations or any of that kind of shit, and we just do like you and I take a vacation every once in a while, and it kind of quote unquote sucks for me. But then after that,
what's a vacation every once in a while?
well, so we're every 5-year anniversary, we've got something planned basically, and then we'll do like each summer we'll take 5 days and go up to a lake and get a cabin or
See,
like
what's funny is I see that as vacation.
that is a vacation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I have 2 weeks vacation. I use my 2 weeks every year. It's a few days around around a lot of the holidays throughout the year. Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, and stuff like that. That way I can get extended weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't see how that's not like that's vacation to me. I don't
Yeah.
go anywhere. I don't do anything. I just literally. It's time to recover, just to get away from work, and just not to have responsibilities other than what's in my immediate vicinity.
Yeah, I mean, all I really need is, one trip a year with my wife where we can just get away, relax, be a married couple, and then, like you're talking about, like Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. I usually take off the whole week, and then Christmas I take off like a day. But other than that, I mean, I like to work. I like to be active and be busy, and I'm not that stressed out to where it's like, oh, I've got to let go and burp. I've got to release all this stress. Like, I get to fucking come home, slam some weights, beat up my wife, and I feel good. Like, so, no, but I was just telling her, I was like, if I have to, have the downtrodden, sad existence of only one vacation a year for the next 10, 15 years, and it's only vacations with you, I'm perfectly fine with that because then I'll be able to do whatever the fuck I want. Like, if I want to take off a month and go to Switzerland when I'm 45, I'll be able to do that. But I don't give a fuck right now. I mean, what's so hard about my life that I need to take all this time off and, like, waste the money that I'm fucking killing myself to earn? I want to earn it and keep it. And do something else with it.
Yeah.
Like, buy some shit. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not that sad that I'm not going to go literally give my money just hand my fucking money to a casino.
You should just show up and just go, here you
Yeah,
go. And
I'll just mail them a check and save the fucking plane ride because I hate getting on planes.
There you go.
So.
Yeah, no, I understand. Same thing for me. I just don't feel like going on vacation. I mean, I don't see the point. What am I gonna do? Like, I can just stay home and relax. That's a lot less money for me.
I do want to get a little guys' weekend together out at Rough Creek, just like a quick 2-day type of deal, though.
Oh.
So anybody who
I would think a little longer than 2 day.
Well, I mean, like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday type of thing, maybe. Take off Friday, head out there Thursday night.
Take off Friday, head out there Thursday night?
I'm saying take the day off work on Friday, like a PTO day. head out Thursday night, be there Friday, Saturday, check out Sunday morning. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's 3 nights.
Mm-hmm.
So, anybody who's listening or watching and doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about, Rough Creek Lodge, Google it. Place in I guess they consider it Glen Rose, Texas. It's actually outside of Glen Rose. It's this amazing resort. It's like it's got a main, what they call the lodge. It's basically a fucking hotel, and there's a couple pools. You can rock climb. You can zip line. You can hunt.
Really?
You can fish.
See, I don't remember a lot of that stuff. All I remember is us drinking and shooting.
Yeah, they've got big trampolines.
Really?
They've got they've got side by side ATVs.
I don't remember any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I remember the zip line. I remember driving around in ATVs, drinking and shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
you
it.
can. They've got a bunch of different gun ranges, even a long range, a 700-yard. You can shoot hogs out of a helicopter if you have enough money when you go there, which actually, for $1,500, is not an outrageous price to do that.
No, but it's also, you better get a hog out of that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
We
I'm
better be
hoping-
fine until I tag a hog.
Yeah,
and
really.
take it down.
You better not put a fucking time limit on this.
Yeah, we ain't touching back down until I'm going home with a hog.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an amazing place to go hang out. We went there for my bachelor party. We had the hookup because of our connections in the event industry, so we got a really good deal on a house that we basically had 10, I think there were 10 guys there staying in the house. Man, just drinking our asses off, fucking around, going out shooting guns, driving, going off-road, going mudding where we weren't supposed to and
Getting
shit.
trapped between two trees,
Oh, yeah, we got
and
stuck.
then lifting it up and out to eventually get it out.
Yeah, that was
Took
fun.
a few of us to get it out.
It was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to get back out there. And just go shoot some shit.
Yep.
Be fun.
Yep. It would be.
I
Definitely need to rent the Barrett when we go out there.
oh my
next time.
god. Yeah, you can rent a 50 cal rifle. Boy.
That'd be fun.
We shot a Desert Eagle 50 a while back.
Mhm.
I did not enjoy that at all.
No, because it was all you. It was hands.
was
no stock.
horrendous.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was the worst shooting experience I've ever had.
yeah, it just hurt your wrists
Yeah.
because it just snapped back. I mean, it's a lot of recoil.
It was very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy, when I told him I wanted it, he's like, most people do like 2 rounds a piece and they're good. And I was like, let's do 5 rounds a piece. And after the second shot, I was like, oh no, 2 would have been great. But these things are $2 a round, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot the next 3. Yeah. It's fucking stupid. That gun's, like, in what universe is that in any way practical? You're going to use it for self-defense? Like, really? It takes 9 seconds to recover from the recoil.
They better be right up on you, and you better tag them with that first one.
Yeah.
But if you do tag them with the first one, that's all you need.
Well,
is that
that's
first
it.
one.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
They're
All you need is the first one, and then they're a bloody mess on the floor.
Well, yeah, there are 2 of that man that was there is now 2 men.
two half men.
Yes. Oh, speaking of people getting fucking shot in the face, I finished Ozark.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Don't ruin it. It's on my list of
Oh,
shows.
dude, it was the last episode was so fucking intense. I had chest pains. It was so intense. I think I was having a little tiny heart attack.
Nice.
Yeah, it was serious. And now I've got to wait, however long it's going to be until the second season, which...
A year if they did good.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, with a live action show, it takes... Yeah, you can turn around a season in 8 months if you really want to, but depends on everybody's schedules. I mean, Jason Bateman's kind of a busy guy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But also, you could probably, some live action shows are continually shooting while the first episode airing.
true.
So, with a Netflix show, airing everything all at once,
I think really only
you
like
could,
multicam comedies can do that where they're only shooting a week or 2 ahead, though. I don't know how easily you could do that with a drama like... And there are so many locations on the show,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they could pull that off.
No, yeah, probably not. Yeah, exactly.
Plus, it's got to be... the series needs to be serial and follow seasonal timelines because of where they are in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
they get there in the summer and it closes. The show finishes. The first season finishes basically at the end of summer. So like the next season needs to theoretically start in the fall, which means they'd have to shoot it in a few months and then release it again about this time next year, I guess. God damn. That shit's complicated, man. Producing a TV show?
Yep.
I should do it. I'm just going to up and leave my wife and go be a big TV producer.
Sure, if you want to do that.
Thank
I
you.
always thought it'd be easier
For
just
the
to start in
kombucha.
porn first.
Star or
Start.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a handy cam and just some hoe that I can pay some money to.
some hoe.
Yeah.
Hey, hoe.
Hey, ho. Want to get paid to
Hello.
have sex
Let me
and-
holler at you.
be it on camera?
What is this big ass fucking jug of sugar you're drinking over here? Is this one of those naked drinks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wanted to drink too. I just bought you a drink.
I just said thank you so much for the kombucha. You saved my night. My
Yeah.
stomach was kind of fucking with me.
I wanted to drink too, but I didn't want the kombucha. So I got some juice.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for me.
We had a pretty killer dinner tonight. She made pizzas out of mushrooms and bolognese.
Interesting.
Big ass fucking mushrooms. Puts the bolognese sauce in there, some mozzarella, throws it in the oven. Killer. Pretty great.
Sounds good.
So I got into a really interesting. I feel like I get dragged into the dumbest arguments sometimes on the internet, and I don't know why I keep letting it happen.
Because you're dumb.
There's a good chance that that's why. Yeah.
It's like don't let them drag you into it. So.
Well, I got into some thread. I think it was a story about basically like was it a cereal or some food that was kind of labeled as like basically some kind of healthy option by Nabisco or somebody like that that had some
Probably
insane amount of sugar per serving.
more sugar than like a regular.
And
like,
so people wanted it labeled as a confectionery. It was maybe like a breakfast bar or something. I can't remember. People wanted it labeled as a confectionery.
is that bothering you that the screen just turned off on
Yeah.
the laptop?
It is.
You wanna
Hang on. Yeah, we're going to figure this out real quick.
Hey, you just sit right there in your contraption. I'll get up. All right, never mind. Whatever you.
I got this.
All right. I'll sit here and keep talking while you stand up and right in front of the camera. Hello, real close. See what's going on. Probably just went to sleep. It's like, man, it's hot in here. I'm gonna go sleep. Still recording? Yep. Yep. Boogity boogity. Ooh ee ooh ah. So yeah. Trying to think. So yeah, candy is they're trying to get it as a candy bar. That would make sense if it had a bunch of sugar. They want to move it from like a breakfast bar to a candy bar. That would make sense. And talk to myself for a minute here. I got topics on my phone to talk about later. Cool video I saw on the internet today. And an idea I had after watching another cool video related to that video. And then another topic about stuff that was talked about on a podcast I was listening to on the way in. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that stuff here in a minute. Hey, you're back. Hi.
Hey, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
So here's the deal. I said something along the lines of, it was like all this hatred for the food manufacturer in the thread, right?
Mhm.
Like, fuck these companies trying to fuck us over and blah. And I think I just said, like, or you could just read the fucking label and not buy shit food. You know, basically, like, if it's on the fucking label that it's got like 40, 50, whatever grams of sugar per serving, don't eat it. Or, safer bet, just assume that processed food is not good for you. And then I got so much hate. I mean, it was ridiculous. People telling me that, like, they actually used the term. I'm going to look at the fucking thread now because I want to run back through it real quick. They used the term victim shaming. Here we go. Heinz toddler food loaded with so much sugar, it should be deemed as confectionery.
Okay, well, that's a little different. It's called toddler food.
Yeah.
That's... Yeah, I mean, they should be looking at everything you feed your kid. And I understand their point. It should be labeled that way because it's labeled for babies. Like, it's labeled for your kid.
But the labels clearly state what's in it and the
I know, but it's false advertising.
But it's not.
No, you had to have a cutoff at some point between something being... Like, what's the difference between a cracker and a cookie?
What do you mean?
What's the difference between a cracker and a cookie?
The way it's made, really. They're a lot of times two completely different base materials. That one might have palm oil, one might have canola, one might have olive. One's got flour in it, one sometimes doesn't. There are a lot of different ways those things can be made.
What if they're both made with flour and canola oil?
Then they're not good for you.
And it's not
Crackers aren't good for you, man.
That's not what I'm asking. You had to have a clear definition of what a product is.
And you do when it says it on the label. So just because it says baby food doesn't mean it's fucking healthier than anything else.
No, but it should be labeled as like they said, a confectionery, a candy. It should not be labeled as...
No. They're just putting a label on it that says food for... You can feed a baby anything.
You can feed a human anything.
Yeah, but you need to fucking know what you're putting in your kids' mouths.
Yes, I'm not arguing that point. I'm arguing the point that you had a clear definition of what that food is.
They said what it is. If they say what the ingredients are, you know what it is.
Again, it goes back to my point. What's the difference between a cookie and a cracker?
Is a mini muffin a fucking breakfast treat or is it candy? Those little bags of mini muffins that had everybody on this health kick, like, oh, I'll have a mini muffin, and then they eat the whole fucking bag. Were those even remotely healthy?
No.
So is it up to the manufacturer to tell you that?
No, I'm not saying that's... Dude, wow, you're not even listening to the point. It's not the health thing. It's properly classifying the food. Not the health thing. I don't give a fuck about the health or what's in it. I'm saying you got to properly classify what it is. And
So how do you determine that?
Exactly. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. There has to be... I do not know what the health codes are. There has to be a clear definition of what it is. And that's why I think the people are saying it should be a confectionery. Is because it's clearly the amount of sugar in there should not be labeled as a baby food. It should be labeled as something else.
But there are tons of foods not labeled as confectionaries with more sugar than candy.
And then those should be brought up. The point is on this one.
Yeah.
That people are bringing it up on this one because they see this one. They've noticed it and they think it should be brought to everyone's attention.
So here's my point. It doesn't matter how it's labeled. You should read the label of what's in it. Like, if I look at a bag of, I don't know, like I buy these chia bars, right? And I buy a certain brand because when I look at the list of ingredients, it's got a bunch of shit in there that I know is good for me and nothing that's not. And then brand B over here that says chia bar, the same fucking label, basically saying they're the same product, it's got a bunch of shit in it I don't want to eat. So I'm not saying that they shouldn't classify it as a confectionery, but people need to read the labels on their food.
Again,
that was the whole argument I got into.
That's not my argument right here. My argument is that it sounds like it should be labeled as something else than what it is because it sounds like it is...
Well, you could argue either way. Maybe it doesn't need to be.
Exactly. That's what I'm just saying. I think that's what some people misunderstood your statement.
No. They didn't. They told me that it is the responsibility of the manufacturer to look after the consumer. That was the argument.
Not. Really?
Yeah, that was the whole basis
Someone
of the
said
argument.
that.
So I said, how is this hard to figure out? Read the label, don't buy the food, and the manufacturer won't make it that way anymore. Source, I work in food manufacturing. If you keep buying it, they'll keep making it. Mm-hmm. And then one guy agreed with me. He said, because over a third of Americans are fat, and many of them want to blame everybody but themselves for poor nutritional choices, which is a a huge assumptive statement to say about fat people. Like, some people can't control things. You know, some of it's genetic. It's not all nutritional choice.
Very, very few of it is in America is genetic. It is.
Yeah, but
it is. Case in point, bad choices.
well, but you don't eat horribly. So it
Sometimes
could be,
I fucking do.
sometimes, yeah, but it could be an activity. It could. There's like yes, I would if I see a fat person, I assume they don't eat well. That's fair to say, but not every one of them.
Yeah.
So this is, and then one guy said this. I agree. This is why we make my son's food for him, which is what we do for my son. So wouldn't be surprised if you blame corporations. Let's see. There were more. Why does it not show me the whole thread of fucking comments here? That like I got. I mean, people were just going off. Depends on the food. Products like milk have many additives the FDA won't allow. The FDA allows a keep off label, which, just so we're clear, is not actually 100% true. It's based on if there's a certain amount, like a certain percentage that's in there, they don't have to put it on the label, but it's such a trace amount that it's not going to do anything to you. And most of those additives are preservatives to keep you fucking alive.
Plus, there's tons of other shit in your food, like bugs and things like that. That is on the FDA has a limit of the amount it's allowed in your food to be tolerable. Because well, no, you're not going to tell. There's very little.
Yeah, one guy said, if you're not thinking about it, pretty damn hard with marketing. And this was another thing. A bunch of people were blaming the corporations for marketing things a certain way. And I was like, what else would you really expect them to do?
They're in to make money.
Yeah. Like Ford is going to tell you, and not, sorry, you drive a Ford, I just picked a name. Ford is going to tell you that they make, that the Ford Explorer is the greatest SUV ever. It's a goddamn death trap. Like, they're not going to come out and say, hey, buy a Ford Explorer, it might fucking blow up on you. Have a good day. Like, why would they do that? It's up to you to do the fucking research before you buy something. That's just how I feel as a consumer. Like, if I buy something that's shit, I probably didn't do enough research. The labels lie, Tic Tacs have 0 sugar. And I said, I think my response to that was, anybody who thinks Tic Tacs are sugar-free is a fucking moron and deserves what happens when they eat a whole pack. Like, just because per serving they technically have no sugar because the serving size is so small, how do you not know that you're just eating a fucking bin of sugar? What else would it be made of, sir? What's wrong with you? So it went into this whole thing. The problem is that some people always want to blame the consumer.
So far, you haven't been blasted yet.
You're choosing to ignore the fact that the U.S. spends over $130 billion a year to advertise. These food companies get panels of people to ask them which product they would buy based on packaging and labels. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else would they do, man? Like, not everybody will sit here and study the backs of packages at grocery stores, and you're a fool if you think that's the case. Why? I do. Why am I a fool? He's like, people don't have time. Motherfucker, I'm busy as shit. I want to know what's going in my body. I don't understand why I'm crazy for thinking that people are responsible for what they put in their bodies.
Or you buy it, you take it home, and then if you read the pack there, you have plenty of time.
Then you don't buy one again, or you know, maybe you cheat and you eat it, or you throw it out. You make the conscious decision. But I tell you what, people are consciously deciding not to read the labels because they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So we can't sit here and say that the corporation is evil when we don't give a motherfuck about what they're putting in our food in the first place.
Yeah, if you're not reading it, that just goes to your point.
It's, man, so, goddamn, when it comes to highly addictive foods like sugar, I'm fairly certain this counts as victim blaming. This is what this person told me, that I'm victim blaming. If people quit buying hard drugs, I actually had a good comment to this. People quit buying hard drugs, the dealers would go out of business. The problem is, it just doesn't work that way. So I said, I don't have sympathy for drug addicts. Grew up with 3 of them, and they fucked up my life a lot. Everything they did was their own choice. Same goes for food choices. Drug dealers take advantage of people who are willing to put harmful shit in their bodies. Same as plastic surgeons do. Do we blame them when some lady wants ass fat injected in her face? Like, it's up to you, man. You do with your body what you fucking want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in a family of drug addicts. I avoided it. You know why? Because I fucking chose to. Period. That was it. It was that easy. I looked at them and I was like, I don't want to do that. And then that was the end of the conversation in my head.
Now,
Like,
some people do get fucked over on things that they didn't expect. Like, let's go with the plastic surgery thing. Maybe they wanted a tit job and they didn't know that they were going to get faulty products that would explode in their chest, and now they are really sick because of it.
well, sure. Yeah. I mean, that's out of that person's control.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys said to that comment, this must have been a teenager the way this is written. That's like fine and dandy about your personal beliefs because no sympathy. Good, great sentence structure, comma. But yeah, I'm going to blame the plastic surgeon for putting the ass fat in her face. Everybody doesn't know everything about everything. Again, just a fucking wordsmith. And if you prey on someone's ignorance or mental inability, you're a fucking prick. Really? That's not what every fucking corporation in the world does? How do you think Dude, I'm in sales. You think I make money because people are smart?
No, you make money because you manipulate them.
Jeez. Well, no, it's not that. It's just like, actually, my industry now that I'm in is a little different. Like, people are generally intelligent, know what they need and want. But like, when we worked in the AV business doing multi-million-dollar weddings, were we selling anything that anybody needed?
No.
I mean, goddamn. No, we marketed it that it was the coolest thing since fucking sliced bread, and then sold it at a great margin.
I think
none of that shit was necessary.
I think a lot of the equipment paid for itself after 2 or 3 gigs.
Yeah.
Like we could go spend $100,000 on equipment, and after 2 or 3 gigs, that equipment was already paid for.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, some guy was like, after working all day, I could see myself picking up a can of apple juice concentrate on accident. You meant to say by accident. And then moving on because I'm tired. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen and that I don't understand that logic. What I am saying is you cannot blame the company who made the apple juice for your fucking lack of attention.
Yes.
Period. You can't.
Yes, I agree.
What? No,
But
the whole thing about labeling it, that's a totally different conversation as far as like, yes, we should be able to define if something, let's find a number. If it has X amount of grams of sugar per serving or based on the weight, if it's got a certain amount of sugar, yeah, it should be candy. Fair, fine, I'm okay with that. But you know what? People are still going to buy their kids candy every fucking day because they're too weak to say no to their kids and give them a vegetable. Like, and that whose fault is that? Mars? Is that Mars' fault for making fucking Snickers? No, it's your fault for eating it, and it's delicious. It's really hard, I understand, but fucking make a decision. And then don't blame anybody but yourself, period. That's my whole thing is like, look, man, if you want to eat fucking bonbons and ho-hos and butter sticks, all great, but just something's going to happen. Yeah, so I love those fucking, I must have had 50 replies to that comment that just, and a lot of people, the cool thing
so far,
was,
most of the people were on your side that you're reading off.
Well, there were a few people that were like, we had a decent conversation, and they were like, okay, I get what you're actually trying to say. You know, it makes a lot more sense. And so I said the same thing. I was like, look, there were a couple people's comments, and I was like, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just trying to say, like, you're solely responsible for your own
And I think
decisions.
that was my point at the beginning here.
Yeah.
Is that, like, yes, I agree with you. You should be reading this up, but also it should be up to our governing board that defines our foods.
Mm-hmm.
And this should be brought to light if people feel like it should be
Well,
reevaluated its position, then it should be brought up and brought to everyone's attention.
But that's the good thing is now with the way everything is headed and the way information gets out and like the focus on healthier foods, these are the kind of things we're seeing that's like, hey, these people that have been making your food for, a century have been feeding you fucking garbage, and people are starting to realize it. But my whole point is like they were feeding it to you the whole time. You were just ignoring the evidence that it was bad for you. That's my problem. If you go eat a bowl of like a fucking pint of ice cream, you don't feel great after. You don't feel like running a marathon after.
Nope.
Like it's not fucking good for you. So when you go eat McDonald's and you want to die, maybe don't have McDonald's again. You know, like that's my whole logic is
Oh, after I eat fast food, I don't want to die.
I don't blame
wanna
McDonald's
eat
for
I want to eat more
the
of it.
obesity. Like, I don't look at the obesity problem in America and go, well, you know, if McDonald's would just make healthier food, why in the fuck would they do that? You know how much more money that would cost them? You fucking idiot. They're a business. They will sell what you buy. If you stop buying it, they will stop selling. I fucking promise you, it'll happen.
Yeah.
That's why they don't sell salads really ever anymore because nobody bought them. They introduced them. Nobody gave a fuck. They want
Yeah.
a Big Mac.
No one goes to McDonald's to get a
Fuck
salad.
no. I wouldn't go there for anything but a Big Mac, but I just wouldn't do that. So, oh, speaking of eating like shit and taking responsibility for your own decisions, I don't even know if you're going to recognize the name of this because it's just now coming to Texas. I had Shake Shack for the first time this week.
Shake Shack has been in Texas.
You're thinking of Steak and Shake, I think.
Well, I mean, yes, Steak and Shake as well, but this one is a Shake Shack already in Texas.
Well, there's one in Dallas. I don't know of very many others, but you know, it's this famous restaurant from New York City.
New York City.
And I didn't know what all the hype was about. I mean, I've had In-N-Out, and it's okay, and they're blowing up here. And so I was staying at this. I love to stay in this one part of Austin. It's near this little, well, not little, like huge shopping center mall type of. There's like hotels and all this shit called the Domain, and they put in a Shake Shack. And I was driving by it for 2 days straight. And finally, one day, I just happened to be at my hotel doing some work for lunch, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, man. I'm like, I can have a cheat meal this week, and it was good. Like, and it's really fascinating. The strategy's brilliant. They give you a burger that is big enough to satisfy you, but not fill you up. So you definitely want another one. It's kind of a small burger. It's probably like it's a little less. I'd say it's maybe a third of a pound, the patty cooked. So it's pretty small. No, it's probably less than that. Yeah, it might be like a sixth of a pound. But it was fucking good. And then I had a milkshake because I was like, I'm here. I'm going in.
Mm-hmm.
And by 6 o'clock that night, my stomach was like, just fucking, I knotted up and I wanted to vomit. Ugh. Worth it. But you know what? I didn't walk into that Shake Shack and start throwing shit on the ground and be like, you guys fed me bad food. My fault. You should try it. You would definitely enjoy it.
I think I've had it before.
Where?
I don't know, but it sounds familiar.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anywhere you would have had that.
You don't know me.
Okay.
You don't know my life.
All right. Fair enough.
I've gone to Austin a few times. Maybe I had it in Austin. Maybe I went to New York and had it there.
Well, sweet. What else did you like about New York?
Nothing. It's a piece of shit. Yeah, I've never been. I don't know anything about New York.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I want to talk about the thing I saw on the internet today.
Oh, was it a penis?
Well, I see a penis every day.
Oh, okay.
When I move my belly out of the way. Hey, there you are, buddy. You're still there. Good.
Fucking cracking yourself up
yeah,
over here.
Just thinking about it, like hello, like my penis talking back to me. Oh, that's funny. Saw a video today on the internet, on the YouTubes, of a guy deep sea fishing in a kayak. Couldn't tell where, but just in his kayak, deep sea fishing. Starts to get like fucking attacked by a hammerhead shark.
Yeah. It's in no way surprising.
It was funny. It was nice.
Wait, who was recording?
He was GoPro.
Oh.
He was like fucking fighting the shark. Shark kept coming up, and he's just like, back the fuck up.
Did he make it?
Yeah. Yeah, the shark never got into it and got him. But it was just funny to watch. And you could tell his adrenaline, like you could tell him when his adrenaline started pumping and everything because he started breathing heavy.
Yeah.
He was going, he was just like, fuck. fuck. The shark was just swimming all over the place. It was cool.
Yeah, I wonder what his plan would have been if that shark had taken his fucking paddle.
The shark wasn't really. I think the shark was more testing what it was than anything.
Yeah.
I doubt most sharks just go up and get stuff. Like I think they usually
It's got to be moving pretty fast for them to think it's
they gotta
a
think.
seal.
Yeah, they gotta think it's another animal that they're gonna eat, or fish, or seal, or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was probably testing out, trying to figure out what the fuck it was.
Mm-hmm.
So you never saw its head go up and try to bite him. It kept getting up like towards him. As it get close, he'd just fucking smack it away.
I have zero sympathy for anybody who dies in the ocean.
But he also was like, the video was titled "Last Time I Ever Go Deep Sea Fishing with a Kayak."
Well, yeah, man. Like, there's so many dumb moves there. To be on a kayak in the middle of the ocean. What are you gonna deep sea fish?
Not in the middle of the ocean. You can see a coastline, not that far away.
I thought deep sea fishing was out in the deep sea. What is he fishing for that he's going to bring back in a fucking kayak?
Well, you still get good fish, big fish.
Hook a marlin and just hold it on his fucking shoulder and paddle back with.
Hey, man, I don't know. It could be really deep right there. It wasn't close to the shore, but you could see a very high cliff.
Huh.
Like off in the distance, not too far away.
That's interesting.
I'm assuming it looked like it was someplace probably in the Mediterranean.
Did he have like an American accent?
And he wasn't talking.
Oh.
He was just.
Okay. I guess that's just my personality. I'd be like yelling at the motherfucker.
Nope. No
Calling
words.
it like a punk bitch.
No words. Just maybe. I think there was some fuck. Maybe. No, he's too busy looking for the goddamn shark.
Well,
it was cool. He ended. I mean, it was all. Because he ended up okay, it was all good. But eventually, the shark gave up and just left.
Went and ate another shark.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of tiny. Definitely small. I mean, definitely like maybe up to my torso. Maybe to my armpits. I don't know.
That's a big fish.
We got some fucking shark, but still, that's not that. No, maybe to my hip. It's hard to tell in the video. It wasn't that big.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty firm in my belief that if you go out in the ocean and something eats you, you ask for it. Or if you drown or we don't belong there, man. Just stay out. Just leave it alone.
How do you know we don't belong there?
Because we came from the water.
Yeah, we came from there.
For a reason, to get the fuck out of there. Getting eaten all the time. Fuck all this.
Now we go back, and we're like, ha-ha, fuck you people, you stayed.
No,
now
we don't do any. We get our asses kicked out there. We can't even see what's under the fucking surface.
Now we're getting
if all the people on Earth just went out in the ocean right now, I think only like 1 billion would come back. We'd just all be fucked.
Now we all get submarines.
Maybe that'd be a good way to just clear the population.
Just make everyone
push everybody into the water and be like, whoever comes back fucking deserves it. You win. You get all the money. Like you take all the money in the world and distribute it to those people now. What are they going to do with it? There's no economy. Everybody's dead. I'll take a Lamborghini.
I bet I can get a bunch of people to come back. Get everyone to as soon as everyone stops panicking, if I can get to that point to get everyone to relax. Just everyone join hands, like everyone join around each other, like underneath, over under on everyone, and just float together. Become a big, massive blob of people.
A big ass buoy.
Yeah, and just
maybe so. Not a bad idea. There you go.
Hopefully the current will take you in the direction you need to go.
Or you get like 15 people. You go kill 15 other people.
Float on their
bodies. And then float on their bodies. There you go.
I think we sink it first before we bloat.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
So kill.
But you'd have to puncture their lungs.
Kill 60 people. That way you get a better ratio of eventually people will start to pop up for you.
Yeah. Sounds really complicated. killing a bunch of people on the water, staying floating long enough for them to come up. That's what I'm saying. That'd be it. There'd be sharks and orcas and fucking jellyfish. Oh God, the ocean's terrifying.
Well, sharks would be the worst problem because of all the blood.
Jeez.
Like that's our worst situation is
Somebody
the
started
sharks
bleeding.
and orcas. Yeah, sharks and orcas. Jellyfish, as long as we stay out of the school, we're okay. It's not like they come and actively get us. Like it's
No.
usually when we run into them, shit goes down.
God, killer whales are so fucking gangster.
Yeah, because you're
Jesus.
like, oh hey, cool, Shamu, yeah, wrong,
Yeah, just
done.
one bite.
And
done.
you're like, what? What the fuck?
Dude,
I've
those
been taught-
motherfuckers are
I haven't thought that you were
badass.
so cute and fun.
They fucking sneak up on great whites and flip them over.
He's like, gotcha, bitch.
God, they're fucking badass. Huh. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna catch me on a kayak. Maybe on White Rock Lake in Dallas. That's about it. In the ocean though?
I'm gonna,
Nope.
I'm gonna put a shark in there next time you go.
Okay.
And you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm in the, on a lake. What happened?
Well, luckily the middle of that lake is, maybe half a mile from the shore. So I would hope I could get to the shore.
I'll
but-
be staying there. There's just shore with another one waiting to throw at you.
Perfect.
I'm like, you gonna come this way?
Bring it on. I've been looking for a challenge. I'll get out and
Fight
wrestle a shark.
Fight a shark. And I'm gonna have a crocodile in another cage.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, as soon as he gets you, he rolls you over. You're dead. Just
Crocodiles
throws
are fucking nasty. Saw one at the zoo recently.
You went to the zoo?
A couple months ago, we took Patton.
I haven't been to the zoo in years. I would like to go to the zoo.
Went to the Fort Worth Zoo. It's amazing.
Can
I
I have
love
your
it.
kid for a day? Take him to the
Like,
zoo?
Pick up chicks.
No, just take him to the zoo. It's
Well,
weird.
you can just go.
If it's weird if I go by myself to the zoo. I'm a 30-year-old man going to the zoo by myself.
Well, it's weird if you walk around with your phone in front of you, acting.
Yeah, but if I have a kid with me,
Looks
it's
like
less
you're
weird.
filming people.
Yeah, it's less weird. I have a kid with me. It's like I'm filming it for him in the future.
I think I saw a headline earlier on Reddit of a teacher who is facing a pretty significant prison sentence for doing upskirt videos of his students.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. What is the charge for it? What's the crime? I wonder.
Distributing videos of a minor, like pedophilia.
Well, I don't know if he was distributing it though.
But okay, the intent to distribute because you have the media saved.
Oh, well, I guess so.
I mean, it's just like having drugs or child porn, and just to begin with.
Yeah.
They could always say with anything you have the intent to distribute if you have a certain amount.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. What would that be? I guess it would be something along those lines. Or
Yeah, it's videos of a minor with the intent to distribute if you have enough.
So then,
videos
what
saved.
would it be if you were just a peeping tom taking pictures of some lady in her house? Because isn't that a crime?
I mean, that would be probably along the lines of trespassing.
Yeah. I don't think just invasion of privacy in general is a form
No,
of a
because then we could sue the
misdemeanor.
government. 'Cause we have plenty of that from them.
Yeah. Well, either way, yeah. I mean,
If that was the case, then net neutrality should just be like that whole argument should just be shut down because then it's like a whole privacy thing, anyways. There. Yeah, I guess it's just trespassing at that point. I don't know.
that's fucking. So to get weird, I guess, or to open up a little bit.
Let's take it there.
So I've watched, upskirt video. I mean, we've all, I think, seen them on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it anymore
Why?
because I don't know what happened, or it was, recently, not recent like yesterday, but within the past few years, when I'd see one of those videos, I would realize that's a person, And you think about this guy shooting videos of these teenage girls. It's like, dude,
I'm not thinking about that.
Well, that's what he was doing. That's the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Most of the ones I watch look like they're staged. So
Well, yes, you can tell the fake ones.
yeah, I watch the fake ones.
Well, yeah, those are fine.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
you
they're
usually
pretty
see
goddamn
more.
obvious. When a girl's just walking down the street and pulls up her skirt, or she's at a restaurant eating and just pulls out a titty, those are
No, there's not that. That's too obvious. I'm talking about where they're just standing there and you get really close. You're like, okay, come on, that bitch knows it's there. And then she spreads her legs a little bit, and you're like, okay, come on, we see her. She's showing us the goods.
yeah. Well, I can't.
Or she's she's wearing like a butt plug or something as she's walking around. You're like, that's pretty obvious.
Well, yeah, that kind of is a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
I
I don't know why I like that. That's weird. We're gonna get into that.
I don't. They fucking bother me.
What?
But seeing a butt plug in a video.
Oh,
like,
no,
I'll turn off a porno. I don't know what it is.
No.
I'm just like, I'm out now.
That's
Because
weird.
then you got this pink fucking thing staring. I'm like, ah.
Oh, once you pull it out, yeah. But what if you don't pull it out?
You can still see it.
Depending on what style you have.
Well, sure. But I mean, like I'm saying, if I can see it, I'm like, I'm out. The video's done now.
That's weird.
Have a good day. Go on to something. I don't know what it is.
That's weird.
It just,
Hey, everyone's different.
yeah, it just kind of shuts me down.
I like it
Like
when
seeing an anteater wiener. I'm like, I gotta go now.
Not a big fan of that either.
I guess I'll just check over here with these other guys.
Yeah. These circumcised penises. There you go. That's what I'm used
How
to.
fucking weird is that? That like in my straight porn, the dick has to look a certain way because it needs to look like mine.
Yeah.
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 I guess that's it.
Yeah,
It really takes the fantasy to the.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's like
it's got to be 13 inches long and the size of a junior league baseball bat. Yeah. Just like mine.
We should really get into porn. I swear, like.
It's good money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's do it. If you really have that kind of penis, which I don't believe. Exactly.
I don't.
I know.
It's above average, but not anything.
Yeah, but not 13 the size of a baseball bat.
No.
So no.
No, that would be a terrible life to live if that were the case.
Not if you were in porn.
Still would. Because you're only shooting porn for like an hour a day. You got to live the rest of your life with just this child in your fucking pants. It's just in the way. Like, I couldn't wear these shorts right now. It'd literally just be hanging out of these shorts.
Just let it be free, man.
No, I'm good.
We'd put googly eyes on and do the podcast. Or just sit there, just googly eyes at the bottom of your shorts. Just, hello.
Oh, that'd be fucking great. Did you get the fucking video I sent you the other day?
Oh, I didn't watch it. Oh, I remember now. I was at work and I didn't.
You got enough crisp? You got enough chairs, mate? What do you call them? Sunbeds. I got enough sunbeds down there. Dude, okay, so a lot of people are going to wonder what the fuck I'm talking about. There's this guy. I've watched this video probably 10 times in the last 3 days. It's the first video I've seen in, I'm going to say, probably 3 months that had me, like, silent laughing. I was laughing so hard. And I don't.
Like laughing so hard you couldn't breathe.
Yes.
Nothing came out.
So funny.
You're like, ha ha ha.
Yeah. So this guy's on vacation with his either his girlfriend or his wife, and he's English. He's got a really unique accent, and I don't know how to place English accents, but he's got like the hard English accent you would think of, like I mate, like that, not Australian. Why did I just fuck that up? Anyway, he's got like a thick.
Boy.
He's got like a boy.
Boyle. It's not Irish.
Oi, boy. Not a Welshman guy, but a horse,
Exactly.
Fuck, man, call me Mickey. You're fucking dead. This was a real fight, you'd be fucking dead. Anyways, he's
Put a school bag. Can't even fucking read.
Definitely an English accent. I'm the face of the fight game. This game, this is easy for me. Oh, I can't wait for that.
God, that's going to cost so much money.
Yes. So he's on vacation, and he just keeps shooting videos. The title of the video is Got Enough Holiday Memories, and people in England call vacation holiday. I'm on holiday. So he's literally like, it starts at the airport, and he's looking at, I think, luggage. Like, got enough luggage, mate. And then he looks at, like, all the trash cans. Like, got enough bins? Camille, I got enough bins here, huh? Do you think? And then it just keeps going like that. It's like, they're at the market. He's like, I've got enough grapes. I've got enough olives, mate. Huh? Camille keeps going back to his girlfriend. He's like, they're in a parking lot. I've got enough cars. It's like they're starting a car army. It's dude, the whole fucking thing, because she gets progressively more and more frustrated throughout the video.
It keeps going, yeah.
Like, he's eating a fish, and he's finished the fish, and he's holding it up, and you hear her go, please don't. And he goes, I got enough bones. It's funny. And then at the end, they get home, and Like they're standing in line to go home. He's like, enough people in this queue. And they get home and he's like, something like, oh, it was a good trip. And then he turns and he looks down and there's all this mail on the fucking bed. He's like, enough post. Apparently mail's called post.
Yeah.
And then chip. I love the thing that cracks me up is the way he says things because they're in a grocery store looking at chips and he calls them crisp and then calls potato fries chips.
Do you
and
not know anything about English
but
stuff?
I didn't know sunbeds was, I think that's what he called them. Lounge chairs,
yes.
sunbeds, and then
Crisp.
potato chips, crisp. I've never heard that before.
Cookies are called biscuits.
That I knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there were terms I had never heard before,
Yeah.
for sure. He said he was looking at some kind of hot sauce or something, and he's like, enough HP. And I was like, what? The fuck is that? I don't know if it was a brand or like that means something.
I don't know.
But the terminology
Hot
was
peppers?
fucking hilarious.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's only a 2-minute video, and it will lift your spirits so much. The guy is so goddamn funny. Like at one point, they're walking up all these steps, and he's like, "You got enough steps? Oh, we're going to North Pole."
All right. Well, after you're done recording, I'll watch it. I forgot all about it.
It's pretty good.
You sent it to me while I was at work, and I was like, I gotta watch that later. And then I moved on.
I was gonna listen to your demo, but then I just kept on living my life.
Yeah. No, I was busy that day. So
I was a little busy that day. Taking out my butt plug.
I don't have a butt plug.
Yeah.
But
I just remembered a thought I had the other day. And this is so random, but we were just talking about Conor McGregor. I'll jump on UFC 2 every once in a while, just kind of fuck around when I'm bored or something, like before bed.
Okay.
The 2 cover athletes on that, Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor.
Yep.
So they've got 2 athletes on the cover of that game, one of whom will never fight again and basically, kind of embarrassed her way out of the game. And then another who is the biggest name in sports, in combat sports, but may also never fight in the UFC again. It was just strange seeing that, like, oh, this is such a kind of hit and miss sport. Like, you could easily put somebody on the cover and they could, like, if they put Rumble on it, he just could retire,
Yep.
So it got me thinking about who the hell's going to be on. It's clearly going to be Bones on the next one, I would think. It's going to have to be John Jones, but then what if he kills a hooker? And then he's the face of that fucking game. Because the safe bet would be put Demetrius Johnson on there, 10 title defenses, best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, never gets in trouble, but fucking nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, not marketable.
Yeah. So, I don't know why that just popped into my head. I was thinking about that the other day.
That goes back to the whole marketability thing we were talking about. Marketing.
Yeah, you got to sell to your customers.
Yeah.
Even if it's a shit product. Like a boxing match between a boxer and a kickboxer.
And more and more I think about it, it's going to be an interesting fight.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm pumped.
Because Mayweather is a boxer. Like, that's all he does. McGregor is going to have to only box, which is not his style. His style is to change things up.
He's an okay boxer for an MMA fighter.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That best thing is Mayweather is a boxer. So the more and more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, this is gonna be interesting because he is a good striker. He has a lot of power. But again, that's not his main deal. Like, that's not his main focus. Is boxing. Yeah, that's Mayweather's main focus is boxing.
That just reminded me. I need to set up a recording. Vasily Lomachenko is fighting tonight, and I definitely want to watch that. He's going to defend his title again. So, yeah, it's, Rogan was saying something about it the other day, and I agreed with him. Like, Conor's going to have to almost fight a little bit of dirty boxing, like physically rough him up, like get inside and move him around and like tie him up and manipulate his body to force openings for strikes. Because if he just tries to stand at distance and hit him, god damn it, that's going to be boring.
And you're not going to be able to do it.
No, he'll never touch him. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty fascinating to kind of see how it plays out. But I'm definitely excited because I want so badly for Connor to actually take his head off of his body.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fight. I'd like to see it. It's gonna cost like $100 for that fight.
Well, you're paying for it,
I know.
so
Damn it.
not my problem.
I know. It's my problem. Bitch.
Sorry.
Hey, we could watch it over here.
Hey, I added the fight to my shows. It's so strange. This PSV thing is so fucking awesome.
That's cool.
I've eliminated so much useless equipment in this house, getting rid of all that dish bullshit.
Yeah, I saw
I just
the
have
boxes for everything.
Some Apple TVs and a PS4, and it's so simple.
Yep. That's nice.
Smooth. I'm a smooth operator. Yeah, so when is that? It's basically 3 weekends from now, right? That fight? Yeah.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly when it is.
Be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Oh, I saw I saw a documentary you're not going to give a fuck about, so never
Okay,
mind.
let's move on then.
Never mind.
Okay.
Just forget about it.
Good.
I do have something I've been seeing, and I don't know if you've noticed. There's 2 things I've been seeing a lot more of on social media.
Well, since I'm not on social media, I probably haven't noticed it.
Well, like on Reddit or on Instagram.
Okay.
Those are 2 sites to which you have access.
Okay.
Yeah. There are 2 things that are, one, I don't understand, I guess, and the other is actually upsetting and like frustrating to me. So I don't know if you've seen a lot of these videos, but these videos are becoming way more popular of like parents hearing the heartbeats of their kids in other people, like after the kid has died and donated,
Mm-hmm.
they will like fly out these people to meet each other and listen to the heartbeat of
Yeah,
their
never-
other loved one.
Never seen that at all.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like, if my dad died or something, well, I mean, I don't know if his heart would be worth donating or whatever. But let's say 15 years from now, let's never hope this happens, obviously, but my son died and he donated his heart. And they were like, do you want to hear it in another person? I'd be like, no. What? Do I want to stand in front of another human with a stethoscope? And do what? Like, I don't understand the connection, like why they're into this.
It's their kid's heart.
Well, it's that guy's heart now. I mean,
Now, but it was your kid's.
yeah, but it
was born. It's made from your DNA.
I know. I mean, I get that, but I still don't care.
Yeah, because your kid's not dead. Let's see if it happens with your kid. I bet if your kid died and then that happened, you'd probably care. Because that'd be the only thing that's still ticking. Like the only still living part of your kid that's not probably buried or cremated, however you're going to do it. That like the only thing left. I think you would care then.
It could be. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You okay? Your eyes are watering a little bit.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
Your eyes are like they're glistening.
Well,
like
so are yours. Are we high right now? Did we just forget that we smoked?
Did we just get?
Yeah, yours are a little glisteny,
Oh.
but they're just beautiful.
Oh.
No, that's an interesting take. I guess that does make sense.
Yeah. If that's if that's literally if that's all that's left of your kid.
Maybe. I guess if that were the logic, I can't fault it at all. Obviously, still don't think I do it though. It's just, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. It's his heart, but yeah, he's gone. So, it sucks.
Yeah, I still think it may be a little different.
It is such a cool thing to do, to be able to, prolong somebody. I mean, that's why I'm on a donor or whatever on my card. There was
I don't know if I am.
Yeah, you definitely need to register to be. You can change it at any point.
Yeah.
Online.
I probably
Online.
I probably did it because you do it when you do your license, right? As well.
Mhm.
I think I did, but I don't remember.
Yeah, there's just a little heart
Tag
symbol on
mark.
your.
Was it on the ID?
It's on your license, yeah, little heart symbol. So there was an interesting scene in Ozark the other day where a guy talked about how he wanted to be.
Where's it at?
This should be down, I think, bottom right I believe. I don't have my license on me because I'm not no weirdo.
It's in my wallet, which I have in my wallet.
I know. Here,
Or
I can
actually,
tell you real
it would
quick
be
if you are.
weirder- oh,
It's on the front.
It's not on there.
Okay. A guy was talking about how he wanted to like have his burial or funeral handled when he died.
Yeah, I guess I didn't do it. That's weird.
Yeah, you should sign up for it.
I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I didn't read because it was the DMV. I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. Let's go.
So, this guy said this really kind of beautiful line about wanting to be, buried just in the earth and give back to the earth and help the trees and plants and all that shit grow. And then the guy was like, wow, it's really great. And he's like, you mean that? And he's like, fuck no, who wants to be eaten by worms? However, that's actually how I want to be buried.
No casket, no
Nope,
nothing, just jumped in?
Just in the dirt, man. Just become part of the earth again, or not again, but, I mean, what's the difference? I can help feed some worms and make the soil a little more fertile, save the wood, Plus, it'd be funny to just have them, put me on my wife's shoulder and have her just, throw my body in the fucking, make it fun. Have everybody, play with my body, throw me up in the air,
Be like that, be like that,
toss me in there.
Oh, be like the thing that was going around the internet a few years ago.
Bury me head first.
Of the guy who had died and during his wake, they propped his body up.
Yeah.
And then he had his clothes on and everything. He was sitting there at the party. I think he had his fist. It was a fist bump.
See, that'd be fucking great, man. That's a
weird.
really good idea.
That's weird.
To be at my own funeral, just chill. When I have my chair, as an old man, they just put me in my chair, scotch in my hand.
So for this guy, this was a 20-something-year-old kid. I think.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's wearing his fucking shades and his hat. He's
Interesting. Yeah. No, that we should do that, and then rig up my arms to move and shit, so that when the grandkids approach, I can
scare the kids.
Yes.
We should record your voice and put a track
fuck yeah, dude. You got to do it. You got to do the whole thing. Just in the middle of the party, rig me up so that it's I got you all, I'm alive, and then I just fuck up. So everybody for 1 second just freaks out.
No. It's just the fuck was that?
It was a paint can.
Okay. No, do something. Put some kind of maybe a remote stimulator in your lip, and then a little track that says "Help me, I'm alive too," and just buzz your lips so your lips are moving as you do it. Help me, that's all, marry me. just to fuck with that.
See, that would make the party lively.
Yeah,
That'd be funny.
and then everyone would fucking hate me.
That would be so good. All right, we gotta draw up a plan for that. That'd be really fucking funny.
And then a fart box too. Sorry.
You had to go to 5th grade with it,
Fuck
didn't you?
yeah.
Couldn't
dude.
just keep the joke
Lighthearted
at a
afterwards.
high level.
Yeah, freak everyone out and then a lighthearted fart joke.
It's like that scene in Last Action Hero where they've embalmed the guy and then he lets out the fart that clears out the fucking funeral. So terrible. And
It was
the guy balloons up.
Yeah, they throw him into the tar pit and there's a big bubble.
I love that movie. So good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was talking about 2 things. The second thing, this is driving me fucking insane. And given the fact that you only follow hot chicks on Instagram, you may have come across this huge trend that I cannot stand it. And being opposed to it is probably going to mean I'm some kind of sexist dickhead or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. So there's this huge trend right now of women taking natural photos. Okay? So let's say
Posed and unposed.
Basically.
Where they're there's one where they're sitting up straight like this, and then the next one's just relaxed where they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people that are doing that is the reason it bothers me. It's not that people are doing it. It's the people who are doing it. So I'm in pretty good shape, right? So if I were to take a picture posed with my shirt off, you'd see like abs and I'd look okay. But sitting here, like if I lifted up my shirt, well, if I sat up, straight and like put some weight over my stomach, it wouldn't look the same. It would look a little bit flabbier and like there'd be some skin fold or whatever. And that's what these girls are doing. They're literally, they just have skin that's there because they're a fucking human being, and they're showing off. They're like, this is me being brave for the people who follow me and to show off my roles. And I'm like, bitch, that's just your skin. You're not like some.
Maybe it's just maybe it's just the people you're following.
For somebody to be brave,
because there's plenty of girls that I follow who do have roles.
Like actual.
I follow thick girls.
Thick, fat rolls?
Yes, I like thick girls. So
Okay.
I follow more thick. You follow like supermodels and shit, which I don't follow any of those girls.
I follow a lot of fitness.
I don't follow a single one of
people.
those fucking people.
Yeah.
None of the girls or people I follow have abs.
Okay.
So when they do that, it's actually
Right.
the case.
So that I guess is reasonable, but I don't understand the motivation behind it. And I really
To empower those who the same thing. It's like, hey, look, whenever I do pose and everything, I look fit. But whenever I'm relaxed, I'm just like everyone else.
But you're
But
not.
you could do it too. You can. That could be an inspiration for someone to go. You know what? I need to work out. Look, I can look just like her. Look, I kind of look kind of frumpy when I sit like this. Maybe if I go work out, I can look toned and things like that.
Who doesn't look frumpy when they sit fucking slouched and
Exactly. But
so it's normal.
But it's still a motivator when you just see that. Where you're like, oh, you know what? They look, when they say that's relaxed, that's relaxed.
I think that goes back to that marketing bullshit thing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, so?
My struggle is I think it's really disrespectful to the people who are either bigger or like you're talking about, like who are kind of in between, like they look good, but they're not like super ridiculously fit. The people who are crazy fit who are doing that, I think it's a fucking dick move. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, guys, look at me, I have rolls too, when all it is skin. I don't have rolls, man. I'm in pretty fucking good shape. I'm not going to front and say, like, it's okay that your skin goes over your belly a little bit because it's not fair for me to say that.
Yeah, but other people are going to look at it and go, oh, man, that's awesome. I can work out and look like her too. Look.
But they're literally posing themselves into looking like they have rolls half the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're purposely
doing it. Yeah. But it's just like you can purposely make yourself look fitter.
Yeah.
You could do certain poses in a sense where your thighs look thinner, your stomach looks flatter, and your ass looks better, and your tits look higher up. Does this look good, everybody? Does this look like I'm... But if I set in a different way, I bet I look a lot skinnier than I do right now. It's all about how you're posed. You can fake it, and that's the point. It's a trend. Whatever. Just like fucking fidget spinners.
Right, but I'm saying,
stupid.
do you know who Susanna Light is?
No. You can start naming a bunch of fitness people. I won't know a single fucking one of them.
You might recognize.
I know like a few male fitness dudes.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't follow any. Because that's not the women I like. I don't like super toned women or,
I got one you can follow that is not.
I like thick bitches with fat asses and big titties.
There's one girl
That's what
you'll
like.
appreciate me telling you to follow in particular. It's not Susanna, but Susanna, you'd probably recognize her face because she's so famous as like an internet fitness model. But
No, I won't because I don't look at any of those. Where would I see an internet? Where would I see a fitness model?
I mean, this girl's been on the Chive probably 100 times.
Yeah, I haven't been on the Chive, and I don't even know fucking how long.
Right, but you used to. I'm just saying, she's the most famous internet fitness personality there is. So
And
there's a
I've never
chance
even
you'd
heard-
recognize her face.
All right, let's do this shit right now. Let's do it.
I don't know why this is relevant. I was just going to say
What's her name? How do you spell it?
Zuzana.
There you go. Or
Light.
Or which one?
Light.
No, what's her last?
Light.
That's her last name?
Yeah, that's what she goes by. She used to be a porn star
Okay.
named Susanna Spears.
Okay. Oh, damn it. That's the Wikipedia page. That's not going to do me good. Damn it. What?
Is this really relevant right now?
Yeah, I want to see this bitch. You say I see her all the fucking time.
No, I fucking didn't. I said you would probably recognize her face. I never said you see her all the time.
No, you said I recognize her face. I want to see if I recognize
Yeah,
her
there's a
face.
chance you would. She's pretty famous.
In fitness world, no. Trying to see if there's any of her like on the chive so I can. But I've never seen her before.
Okay. Do you see how she looks?
Mm-hmm.
So if she did one of those pictures, I think that would be complete horseshit. One of those like posed versus natural, because she looks fucking ridiculous. So I don't think it's really fair for somebody like her to do that kind of shit. I mean, I think
it'll motivate some of the frumpy women who follow her to work out.
Why wouldn't they have been motivated in the first place?
Because they just looked at her and thought she was a pretty woman. Now they go, oh look, she could look just like I.
How could you not see through that?
Because you're dumb.
Like if you saw Sean Cassidy and he was sitting in an awkward position and you saw a little skin flap, you would know that he just got caught in an awkward moment. Do you know who Sean Cassidy is?
Nope.
Okay. He looks good. I'm worried though that he might be a gay model.
So?
Well, like a
is that weirder?
No,
than
not that
he
he's a homosexual. Sorry, I meant to say that like that he might be in gay porn, and I just happened I came across him years ago as like a fitness inspiration because I just saw pictures of him. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And he's always been in my mind.
So you're afraid that because you follow him?
I don't follow him. I just know who he is.
Oh, so you're afraid if people find out you know of a gay porn star, it's gonna be weird?
No.
I'm trying to figure out what your statement was there then.
Well, I'm afraid one day I'm going to see his dick.
So?
I don't want to.
Okay. Try not to.
I'm going to try to avoid it.
Try to avoid it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Dicks happen. Like, how is it? Why would it matter? We were literally talking about looking at dicks in porn. Like, we have to make sure it looks like our dick. So what would it matter if you saw his dick?
Because there's a woman in the video when I see the guy's dick. It's not just a dude and his dick.
It's a dick. You have a dick. I have a dick. Guys have dicks.
Yeah, I try to avoid mine at all costs.
Even
it's
your
very
dick?
aggressive. It's always telling me what to do.
I don't know.
Hey, go over there. Fuck that thing.
I don't know. I just don't see. I don't know. That to me seems again weird.
No, I get the sense that I think he does like male nude modeling.
Okay.
Just based on some of the photos I've seen of him.
How is that?
It's I don't know, man. It just weirds me out a little bit.
How's that gay then? How's that gay porn?
Maybe I'm jealous of him.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think your statement really should have been like, I'm afraid one day I'm going to be looking for pictures of him for motivation, and then I'm going to see his penis.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but your original statement was you're afraid he was in gay porn.
Well, yeah, that he like does that kind of modeling, and then I'm going to end up seeing his dick.
Yeah.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
And then his asshole, and then I'm done. Like, I'm never going to want to see him again.
That's a little, okay, for me, I agree, that's a little too far. I don't want to see his asshole.
That's my fear.
Yeah.
I want to continue
I'm sorry,
to want to look at him.
I think you would see the dick before you see his asshole first.
Well, I don't know if he's a top or a bottom.
I think you still are going to see a dick first, and at that point, you should stop. Usually, I bet you see dicks first.
Depends on the angle. If I should stop. If it's like right into the camera, just... I should stop.
You're going to continue?
But if it's like side profile,
you're still going to continue?
Still haven't gotten an idea of like how big it actually is.
So you're doing research into it now. Now it's your fault if you see his asshole, because then they're like, oh, he's continuing to look at this. Let's throw something else at him. Maybe they want to see the asshole.
Google's just tracking my activity going, oh, he wants more.
He wants more. Let's give him more.
Let's take it deeper.
Let's go balls. Let's see. All right, he's still going. Let's see. All right, we're going to take it around to the backside.
Show you his intestines.
Nope, he just pulled that. All right, there he goes. That was it. He didn't want to see buttholes.
So let's see. Here's a good picture of him. That's him.
Yeah, that guy does look like he does.
See what I mean?
It's that pose right there. That's the total.
Look, dude, tell me that guy doesn't show his dick to other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Look at his hair.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking 98 degrees hair. I don't even know if he's still like actively a model.
Yeah.
But when I first got into fitness, this was the guy I kept coming. This was actually the picture I used as motivation. He looks fucking great.
Yeah. He definitely look. Yeah, that does kind of look like it's.
Yeah. He either gets a lot of pussy or a lot of dick.
Either way, he gets a lot.
He gets a lot of sex.
Or
oh
both.
shit! Ah, it's getting worse. Holding the champagne bottle in front of his dick. I was right. Ah, I gotta get out of here. All right, we're gonna hit that button. We're gonna swipe, and
Come
then
on,
we're
keep
done.
going.
Nope.
Come
out.
on. We
I'm
hadn't
out.
got there yet.
I'm all the way out.
We didn't get there yet.
I'm all the way out.
All we saw was the champagne bottle.
Pulled all the way out. And
See?
I'm not even gonna finish. I'm just gonna have blue balls.
See? There you go.
What?
Why were you worried about seeing his dick in his asshole? You see, they progressed to the champagne
Yeah,
bottle
they led
first.
me down the path slowly.
Exactly. And you pulled out before you got there. See, so nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
You'll get some. Now, search him on Bing.
Nope.
We're
Not gonna do it.
gonna
Yeah.
get a dick right there.
We're not even gonna see his face. It's just gonna be his dick, just
Hold on. All right, we're gonna
fucking
get.
staring at the camera.
You know, we're gonna give it a shot right now.
All right. Well, if you're cool with having that on your history, although I do everything in private mode on my phone, so
I literally don't give a fuck if anyone sees that I've looked at dicks.
yeah.
I don't care. You can go tell everyone. I'm telling everyone now. I'm gonna look at a dick right now. It does not bother me. It's a fucking dick. I don't go, oh my god, it's a dick. It's a fucking dick. I have a dick. So what? I look at porn. I go, hey, he's got a fucking nice dick.
He got a piece on him.
Yeah. I go, man, I really wish I had a dick that big. It's like, and then I go, man, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
is it-
Do you ever come
it-
across the porno that makes you so ashamed that you just can't finish it? Where you're like,
Yeah, it's
I am not doing well.
yeah. Where it's like it's a big fat meaty dick, and you're like, God, I got nothing now. I feel like I don't have anything in my hands. It's like a toothpick compared to what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, shit.
So what's his name again?
Sean, S-E-A-N.
Fuck it, that's so gay.
Cian Cassidy. C-A-S-S-I-D-Y. How much you want to bet that's not his real name? It's probably his stage name.
Sean Cassidy?
Yeah. Type in model behind it. It usually helps.
Yeah, because there's also an artist named Sean Cassidy.
Yeah, he always comes up.
Sean Cassidy model. Images. Okay, this is him. There's no dick.
Hmm.
Oh, not a dick, but there's him in a hammock. He does stripping. It looks like
Probably a stripper. Good
Yeah.
for him. Probably makes a fucking killing.
that dude is jacked.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
Yep. So far, rolling through, no dicks. Now there's ladies.
Ladies with dicks?
No.
Oh.
Just yeah. Do I have safe search on? Maybe I need to. Where's the options? Fucking piece of shit. I want to make sure safe search is off. Settings. More. Just in case. Ah, see, it was moderate. Gotta turn that shit off. Save.
Uh-oh. Moment of truth.
Okay. Yes, I agree. I know. I want to see dick.
I'm just going to cut in that. That's just going to be the intro. Is like 4 minutes of that on loop. That'll be the intro from now on.
Can't get out of the fucking settings. I hit save. You fucking piece of shit. So no one wants to use a search engine. All right, here you go. Sean Cassidy model. Images. Save search is off. Same image. Oh, nope, there's extra ones. Just a towel holding everything in, like across this way. Like at any moment, it can go boop.
Yep.
At the bottom.
For the pizza guy when he shows up? You
No,
ever,
it's
do, you ever do
definitely-
that to the pizza guy?
It was definitely at the gym. Oh, now there's one where he's just holding it. It's drooping, ready to just bloop, like. No. That's a Photoshop dick. There's a dick one if someone doesn't look like him because that's like a Photoshop face and a Photoshop dick.
Huh.
'Cause
I never understand the...
that's gay porn though. But that's not him. That's like just two dudes. So nope, not of him. Nope, there's dicks though. I'm seeing plenty. Yeah, there's plenty of dicks, but it's not this same guy. There's tons of dicks now. Why is it that I'm getting Sean Cassidy model and suddenly I get a bunch of dicks? There's a hot chick there.
Because there's probably a lot of guys beating off to him.
Nope, not him. Again, plenty of dick shots. Not him. So,
All right. Well, that's probably enough about that
So
handsome
there
devil.
you go. Yep.
What else?
I don't know. I just got done looking at tons of dicks on my phone.
Just
Yep, just
fucking
tons of them. There was
sea
tons of
just a
dicks.
sea of them.
There was, yep.
Fucking Louis got that joke about his teenage daughter having to deal with that.
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Really nothing else to talk about. I mean, I watched another video right after that shark video about how deep the ocean actually is and how there's, some of the how far, we've explored, how far deep down and how like at, what was it, like 30,000 meters under the seas where James Cameron went, which was the second deepest ever recorded.
Wait, 30,000 meters?
Mm-hmm.
That's 90,000 feet.
Or something like that.
What?
Or maybe it's 3,000 meters. That'd make more sense.
That's still what? I thought the deepest point was like 2,500 feet down or something.
No?
Because what is the
Marianas Trench?
yeah? Because 90,000 feet, wouldn't that be like halfway to the middle of the goddamn Earth? Be kind of hot down there, right? I don't know.
No, because
Not
it's
a
there,
fucking
no,
scientist.
because there's a point where there's no sunlight down there.
Well, yeah. So it's just,
so
yeah.
it was saying in the video that in geothermal pockets, it can get to up to 800 degrees.
Holy shit.
But that's literally at geothermal pockets. The rest of the time, it's below freezing.
Wow. Wait, below freezing?
Not freezing, right above freezing.
Oh,
sorry,
it was like,
it was at like 33, 34, like right above the freezing
fuck,
point.
man. Yeah, I don't. I'm so much more interested in going up than down.
But see, there's so much shit that we don't know about.
Well, it's hidden for a reason. I don't
But
even know about
what?
it.
So okay, so this is why I brought up that topic because I was thinking about the issue with us exploring the deep sea is because of pressure and because of visibility.
Right.
It's hard to see, and there's a lot of pressure down there. I was thinking, man, we really need to develop essentially like science fiction shielding. Essentially a field around you, okay, that distorts the space around you and that it messes with gravity around you. That way, if you manipulate that, it reduces the amount of pressure on you.
Well, but that field, whatever it were made of, would still be susceptible to atmospheric pressure, wouldn't it?
But see, if it's it would not necessarily. And see, I'm thinking of some kind of, it's a biosphere. Like it's not really, it's not like a metal shielding. It's not like that.
I
It's,
understand what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, whether it be like
a molecular-
electromagnetic or
exactly.
but it would still, whatever those molecules are, I think still are impacted by atmospheric pressure.
Yeah,
right?
but, yeah, I would say.
And
too.
then how would you breathe inside of that thing?
Well, you're inside of it.
But where's the oxygen? Because
In
depending on
your-
the size of it, you're going to only emit CO2 and then you're going to pass out.
No. Not like around a vessel for exploration.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a submarine with some type of shielding around it, like something to disperse that pressure, something to move that pressure instead of being forced around us, move around us versus act upon us.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That would make deep sea exploration easier because that's really the problem is the pressure underneath.
Yeah,
So if you
well,
had a
but
way to-
even when you get down into the really deep depths, I mean, I don't think you can counteract the amount of pressure that's down. I mean, you're talking about essentially the weight of the ocean on you. Like, that's a fucking lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, what could counteract that outside of just something being physically strong enough to, like a vessel or something, not.
Well, see, even then we have problems with vessels because that stuff is still can.
Well, because it's all joint connections, like union connections. There's not one solid. It's not one solid whole piece. Like if you could mold, I don't know, whatever it would be made out of, like just a fucking titanium ball, one solid piece,
Or what if?
and then
what if
cruise
you
down
made
there in it.
What if you made the outside of it not in pieces, but it poured into essentially a giant mold?
That's what I'm saying. But then
Yeah.
you still, the problem is you have to pour it while you're in it, because if you even put a door on it, that door is getting fucking crushed.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing, if there are any joints, penetration, anything, seams, it's over. And it has to be so perfectly round, because any point that's not perfectly round and the pressure isn't distributed 100% evenly, it's going to fucking cave in.
I think that's why I think some type of shielding would be cool. I just got to think of how you would, what it would be made of.
I'm sure they'll come up with something at some point, but I don't know that anybody's really focused on deep sea exploration as
I know
opposed to space.
everyone's thinking space, but I wonder if underwater.
What would be down there that we would want to, like, that would change the world?
Who knows? We don't know. What if there's materials down there that is because of the amount of pressure it's under? Just like diamonds are made because of the pressure. What if there's some kind of strong, different metal we've never experienced before? Because
I would think it'd be like a mineral or something.
or something,
Hmm.
something that's been under that extreme pressure for so long has developed a strength that we've never dealt with before, like a new material.
Yeah, could be.
What if there's different types of animal? Like, what if there's animals down there that we can learn from?
Like what?
Maybe some type of different sonar because of they can't see down there. It's pitch black. So
I don't know what kind of life could be sustained down there under that pressure.
that's the interesting thing then. Like, what is?
Start harvesting their fucking skin, make it into armor.
What if that's the case? What if there's, we don't see a lot of the big animals up near the surface.
No.
There's plenty of like giant squids and shit like that that live deep in the ocean that we don't see. What if there's bigger animals that live down there? Wouldn't that be crazy to see? Like, actually, what if there are prehistoric animals who live down there? Like big fucking.
They just were never impacted by the asteroid.
Because they were already living down there. They lived in the darkness. That's what I was born in the darkness.
Does not matter who we are.
No one cared until I put on the mask.
So the Challenger Deep is the deepest known point in Earth's seabed hydrosphere, with a depth of roughly 10,900 meters, about a meter,
See? And I was saying like 3,000 was...
or 36,000 feet. Fucking A.
Yeah. So imagine what could be down there.
Good Lord. I'm just gonna say nothing. just blackness.
I mean, at the depths we've gone, we found plenty of other animals.
I'm looking at the zones of the ocean.
So midnight zone is where we start to get to the point of where you can't see anything. That's where it goes dark, where the sun.
Well, these
the-
have weird names. Epipelagic zone is
Oh.
200 meters.
Those are the actual
Mesopelagic zone.
the scientific terms.
I don't know, man. I don't think anything terrifies me more than the ocean, just because
Because you don't know what's in it.
in there.
Exactly. That's why we gotta fucking explore it.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, other people can feel free to.
What if there's a pocket of land, like a sphere inside of the side of a mountain in it? This has life in there that is developed in this.
Well, why do we need to go bother whatever's living in there?
I don't know. What if they're distant relatives?
How'd they get in there?
I don't know. How did we
The
get on the
flood?
fucking land?
Was it the flood?
How did we get on the fucking
It
land?
was the flood.
Exactly. They were there before. Yeah. Got to flood the earth. They went into the little mountain. Boom. They grew up there.
I mean, I would be really interested to find out what's down there.
What
like
if there's more?
someone else finds it?
Like it goes back to like the movie, like Journey to the Center of Earth, where they found a pocket of like prehistoric animals.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that could be the case. But I don't know that anybody's going to make it down there.
Not unless you have some way of dispersing the pressure.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of when I was like, you know what? That'd be awesome. But first, we had to find a way to disperse that pressure to keep from crushing us like a tin can.
I almost wonder if like a consistent EMP wouldn't move the. Well, I guess it wouldn't, right?
You know what? I wonder. Okay, so essentially,
What if you could spin something fast enough to create enough centrifugal force to literally? Well, no, that's stupid.
no, but no, but vibrations.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, not necessarily a spinning object, but moving molecules so rapidly around you that it essentially.
Well, it would actually change their makeup.
Yeah, and
like
it'd pull everything away.
Yeah. Vibrate something so fast it vaporizes the water around you when you move. That'd be. But how would you survive inside of that thing?
Because it's around you, so maybe.
I don't know, man. We're definitely scientists, and we're coming up with some fucking great ideas right now.
Right? Wouldn't that be awesome, though? That'd be interesting. That'd be really cool to actually explore.
Fuck yeah.
The
You're
rest-
just getting in like a bulletproof submarine, basically. Just go where the hell you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Get to see some shit we've never seen before. We've literally haven't explored all of our planet. We barely explored the tip of it. That would be awesome.
I know, that's so crazy to think about the fact that we just have no idea what's actually underneath us. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
Like we have, well, about 20,000 feet down, it's this. Well,
We don't know that,
do we
though.
know that?
There's only, I get, that's only hypotheses. I mean, how do we know really what every single layer of the Earth is?
Well, what we need to do is start terraforming. And then we'll be able to, we'll develop the technology when we shoot some kind of beam from one side to the other. We'll take pictures on the way, and then we'll upload them to Instagram, and everybody will know.
Shoot a beam through the center of the
Shoot a
Earth.
beam to the center of the Earth. That's how it works.
Yeah.
And then a big machine that looks like it's got a big scorpion dick goes, and fucking waves ripple out, and Superman comes flying in, and you saw the movie.
Yeah. But that'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
I would really, if I could have one.
I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily want to do that myself. Like, actually do it, though.
Fuck no.
Because I would be so paranoid. Because you imagine being that deep, you're
No,
like,
fuck no.
that's a long way up. If this thing fucking cracks, I can't make it to the top.
No, you're instantly you would die a lot faster than if you were in space. You would, if something cracked and you opened up, if you're 5,000 feet down and a vessel wall opens up, your brain just gets squished like a fucking grape instantaneously, before you really even know what happened. So yeah, there'd be nothing you could do. I think if I could have just one.
Actually,
One
I think you would
wish,
probably die not because of that, because the minute a pocket opens in the side of your vessel, you get
Vacuumed.
pulled through,
Yeah.
and a hole this big, and I'm this big, just snaps and rips me through.
Yeah, you just get crushed to death pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I would definitely, if somebody gave me a fucking pick something you want to do for any price and somebody will pay for it, I would want to go into space. For just, I don't know, not even very long, a week. Just go up, do a 360, check out some shit, and be like, that was amazing.
Hey, it is flat.
Let's come back. Yeah. Let's go back, land on the
Fucking
disc.
NASA, you lines on the bitches.
But that would just be
Fucking Photoshop.
to be able to get out there and see the other planets,
You're not going to be able to see them.
But you can actually see the star much more clearly when you're out in space, can't you?
I mean, of course, there's plenty of light pollution from our populations. That yes, we probably everything.
We don't get to see a lot of what's actually out there.
It'll be clear, but I doubt you'll see Dick because it's still a long ways away.
Yeah.
It'd just be you just see more stars probably.
Yeah, but you'd still get to see the Earth from above.
Yeah, that'd
which
be
I
cool.
think would be pretty breathtaking. And you'd get to see the sunrise, the sun, because that you can see. It's kind of big.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fucking dope.
Yeah, that would be.
All right, so all I need to do is earn enough money to have a spare $25 million so I can go into space. Is that what it costs now?
No, I don't think Elon Musk is charging that much for a ticket on his spaceship.
On his boat ride?
Yeah, he was trying to make it affordable. Look it up. Elon Musk was trying to make it probably $5,000.
What? $5,000?
Dude, that dude spends so much money on bullshit, but he's like one of the best people because he does that. Like he literally, like Tesla loses money
Oh
because
yeah.
of the batteries, yet he's still producing them because he's doing it for the betterment.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. SpaceX. Tourists flying to the moon. Passengers on private trip. What? SpaceX. First private flights to space station. How much will the ticket cost? Cost to fly is $35 million.
Oh, really?
Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me dive into this article here. Let me get through the 387 motherfucking pop-ups. And
Boom,
SpaceX
boom.
Dragon 2, 90 million per launch. 35 million could be for a ticket, singular.
Could be.
First private mission, and most Dragon 2 missions will hold at least 2 astronauts, so it's possible that Musk means the total cost will be more than 70 million, which put it closer to current estimate. Weird. SpaceX will have no shortage of customers. If the cost to fly around is 35 million, there are thousands of individuals. That's not untrue.
Mm-hmm.
$35 million.
No, there's no way it's that much. He was trying.
SpaceX, hang on. SpaceX new price chart. Let's check. Let's try this
Okay.
out.
I mean, obviously, mine was a gross, like under. Like I was going way under, but 25 million, I don't think. Could have sworn he was trying to go more reasonable. What?
Yeah, man. I mean, standard payment plan for one launch on the Falcon 9, $62 million. On the Falcon Heavy, $90 million. So not affordable.
No.
Fuck. How much does it cost to build the fucking thing? Jesus.
A lot.
I wonder how much of the cost of something like that is just bullshit.
Lots of it.
Yeah. I mean, like an airliner that's 55 million, it doesn't cost even fucking close to that much to build that fucking thing. Now, I guess you're paying probably for like their R&D costs and all that kind of shit that went into it, maybe. I don't know. That just seems like too much.
Yeah. Like
But-
cost of material. Well, but the thing is too, you're also trying to pay for salaries and business operations and things like that.
Yeah, I know. Like our our company plane, well, I can tell you how much it was off air, off mic, but is when they told me how much it cost, I was like, somebody got robbed. Like, what? Why? I'm pretty sure we could build this thing for 87 cents. No, I mean, not to undermine the fact that it's awesome, but
But
I
you
was
have
just
to pay.
like,
You have to pay
what the
for
fuck?
aviation engineers. Those aren't cheap. Okay.
Yeah, but they built planes before. Like, there should be a fucking handbook on how to make a fucking fuselage fly.
Yeah.
Speed, drag, lift.
And then,
Wind.
and I would bet you have more skilled laborers. You don't have, essentially people coming in off the street just interviewing and then doing it. Like you have to, you have actual skilled laborers who have years of experience in that field. And
Yeah.
those engineers are not like office engineers either. They're like, hi, I'm an engineer, but I'm also the engineer that goes in there and fucking makes the shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't sit in the office to do calculations. I'm the engineer that goes down there and I fucking tighten a bolt down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good for the economy, I guess. Just charge a lot of money for that shit.
Yeah. I think the world would be different. But see, as much as I hate government programs that give it like handouts to everyone, if we were at a point where no one had to work, like where like you did stuff just for the fun of it, like you just to better your life, like you didn't have to work to feed or put a roof over your head, then we could like change the get rid of capitalism. Like we can actually, if you had robots making that shit, what I'm saying?
Well, what would be the outcome of that? Because I think that's the worst possible thing that could ever happen.
Why? Why don't you just better yourself? You have the opportunity to better yourself.
I better myself every day.
Good for you. Not everyone fucking does. Everyone goes. Some other people go to fucking work every day just to make money to put food on the table and roof
That's
over their head.
exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's not bettering yourself. You're working.
No, it definitely is.
How about instead of that you can go and read and go learn,
Who's going to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the people you've ever met and interacted with in your life. If you just told them all your shit's paid for from here on out, you can do whatever you want, what would they do?
Sit around and watch TV, get fat.
Exactly.
So, turn into Wally.
Exactly. That's...
No, but we'd had to have it. That's wouldn't happen now.
There was a really great... So, I would argue the best podcast that I've ever listened to in my life, I just finished today, was a guy named Brian Shapiro on Rogan, and they got into that exact conversation about universal basic income, and he laid out all the reasons why it's just not a good idea unless the robots do literally everything.
Yes, and that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that would be really stupid to have that happen for any reason. Like, how are robots going to support a population of, let's call it at that point, I don't know, 20 billion people? And then what are those people going to do? They're just, all they're going to do is pollute the earth at a rate that no machine can fucking keep up with. And then they're going to start
that's assuming
killing each other.
That's assuming we're running on the basis of everyone's motivation now. If we're at that point, we should be more developed than we are at this point in our lives.
But we wouldn't be. They would just, all people are going to do is take that as an opportunity to be fucking lazy. That's all that is.
No, but you have to get to that point. To the point of developing all that stuff. You have to get to the point where we have those technologies. So obviously the population is smart enough to start developing all that stuff.
Oh, that wouldn't happen. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't happen.
How do you know?
Because people are fucking morons.
People never
and
thought
lazy and selfish.
Who ever thought we would get out of riding horses everywhere? Who thought of the car? I mean, we had to evolve. We had to evolve and develop.
Yeah, but I'm not like
people fucking shit in outhouses instead of having plumbing. Like they didn't have plumbing. Like they just threw their buckets of shit in the streets.
Yeah, and then what happens to the shit now after it goes through the wastewater treatment and everything? It goes into the ocean. Like innovation just creates more problems, and it's a great thing to do to continue to innovate. But if you give people the opportunity to not have to do anything to feed themselves, I think it completely stifles innovation, creativity, work ethic. Like if you say all your meals are paid for, your bills are paid, everything goes to shit because everybody's just going to be a lazy fucking asshole and want to sit around and fuck each other and murder each other and steal from each other. Like there will be very few people.
There's nothing to steal. If you have access to everything,
you wouldn't have access to everything.
No, you give everything. Why? Why can't everyone be?
Because nobody's going to fucking go for that. You're telling me you want to be just one of the 7 billion sheep who you get the exact same thing as that moron who sits behind you were talking about a week or two ago? You guys have the same exact fucking lifestyle and the same things, and you can't get anything that he can't?
I wouldn't care because I can get everything I want.
How? You don't know what the system looks like. Why not create your own?
I'm assuming the system works where everyone can get whatever they want. If everyone wants
that would never be the case.
Why not?
Because there's going to be somebody in control of it.
Why?
What the fuck are you talking about? Who's going to make decisions? Who determines, here's the lot that everybody gets? Who makes that call?
Everyone gets everything.
Oh my God. Who's making everything?
The robots.
Jesus Christ. This is the most illogical conversation I've ever had.
Why?
How do the robots determine what to make?
By what you order.
And what do they do with the waste?
I don't know.
How do they know how to do that?
It was programmed by someone.
Where's that guy go?
That guy retired after he made that robot.
No maintenance needed on the robots or their servers?
They developed robots to maintain the other robots.
Then the robots should just fucking kill us at that point.
Oh, that probably happened.
Yeah. Nothing like that would literally ever take place. We would either kill ourselves first or nobody's going to go along with the idea. Like, I for goddamn sure wouldn't. If you sat me down tomorrow and you were like, hey, great news, you never have to work again a day in your life, but here's how it's going to look. We're all going to go to this one giant compound that's the size of 7 of the states in the Midwest, and everybody's going to have a bunk, and they're going to wake up. We're all going to walk to the cafeteria. We're all going to eat the same fucking meal, and then we're going to go work out for an hour.
Why do we have to all eat the same meal?
Because they cannot just let you do whatever you want, because the guy next to you will fucking piss and moan about it.
He can go get it himself.
No, he can't, because we're going to run out of resources. That's how this works. We work so that we can earn things and get things that other people don't have, because there's a finite amount of fucking resources, including people, money, and actual things.
We developed the technology to take molecules and compile them into any item you want.
We will kill this earth so long before that happens.
What if in this future we didn't?
Then I don't know, man. Like, where are we still going to store all the people?
Other planets.
And who's going to maintain the physical elements if a fucking light bulb goes out? There's a robot for that. We made a robot for that. Mm-hmm. If drywall needs patched, there's just a robot for that. Mm-hmm. And he makes the materials on his own?
Yeah.
Sources them out of the ground? Puts them on the shelf?
No, we reanimated matter. We found a way to reconstitute matter.
That's
waste,
not going to happen.
Have it reform. How do you know? No one would have thought we were going to have combustion engines. Who would have thought that?
Combustion engines and reanimating matter are not the same thing.
To people in the Dark Ages, yes, it is.
No.
Yeah?
To just create from nothing?
To them, driving without a horse is moving with nothing. To them.
Yeah, I can't see any logic in what you're saying.
Because you were in this time. See, that's what you're not getting. It's a time in which we cannot postulate because we are not in that moment.
But we will still be human beings. We will not evolve enough to allow those things to happen.
How do you not know? We developed from what we were. You really think that?
And how much have we really evolved in 300,000 years?
Quite a bit if we develop the stuff we have.
Really? We're not still fucking pieces of shit who are just out to get what we want and nothing else? That has never changed. And it won't change. It's nature. The top dog fucking rules. That's what happens.
Awesome. So you agree with me then?
About what?
What we talked about a few weeks ago on the podcast. Nothing's going to change, so why give a shit? Your whole movie, whatever the fuck it was.
The documentary?
Yeah, the documentary. Why give a shit? Nothing's going to change.
I didn't say nothing's going to change, but human nature will stay the same. So, yeah, we want to have things that others can't, or things that they do have that we can't. That's never going to go away.
I think we could develop.
I absolutely do not. I can't see a million years from now.
Really? Because you're the one who's saying we came from the ocean out of nothing. We develop out of animals.
Out of necessity.
Yeah. What if out of necessity we need to develop?
What's the necessity for that?
Because maybe we got too violent for each other. We became so corrupt that we needed to shed that from ourselves and become better. Realize that what we were doing was terrible and we lived in a horrible world where we completely destroyed the world and it's a total mess.
But if any one person came out on top of that situation, they would still be happy. And then just continue to roll with their power.
Yeah, but then they were killed because they had too much power and the next person wanted it and that person after that. And then eventually they developed to the point where...
So our long-term goal is to just let machines fucking wipe our asses for us?
Or it could be that we develop to the point where we realize we don't need to fight over objects. We can have any object we want. And now we just do it out of the betterment of everyone else.
So we can have an unlimited amount of anything we want. There's no waste. There's no...
The waste is reused or recycled. This is all hypothetical. I don't know why you're like getting stuck on...
Well, I don't know why you're acting like me thinking that's not going to happen is fucking crazy. Like, think about what you're saying.
I'm thinking about a fantasy in which we have developed past where we are. Just like the same thing as where people a long time ago did not think we'd be where we are now. No one would have thought we'd fly through the fucking air. Who would have thought about that?
I'm sure people who saw birds thought about it.
They didn't think we could do it.
At some point, they did.
Yes. So why not at some point could we not realize that what we need to do is not to better ourselves, but to better the world?
Because people who often innovate are doing it for their own gain.
Again, what if there's a point?
That'd be great.
Really? Because
So here's my answer. That'd be fucking awesome.
okay,
I don't think it's going to happen.
okay, fine.
But yeah, sure would be nice. Actually, it wouldn't. I'd want to fucking kill myself. If we just didn't have to work for anything, what's the point of being here? You just don't have to do anything.
What's the point of being here now? To work, to pay for shit, and to die? That's it. There's no point to life. It's literally just to go through it and die.
To find fulfillment, build relationships.
What if you don't need to work to do that? What if you work not because you need to do it to survive, you do it because you want to do it? How about that? What if
you don't need to? You don't need to do anything.
Yeah, but what if you want to? You're going to be the person who's going to want to fix that light because you can. Now you have the time to.
Why would I have to fix the light if we can just
the light
make
went
a
out.
new one appear?
And then you put
What
it
would
in
be
there
my motivation for doing that?
because you wanted to do it. You couldn't stand not doing work.
No, not in this society. In this society, nobody wants to do anything.
No, that's not what I said. That's never what I said. No one wants to do anything. So you don't have to.
We don't have to do anything now.
Yes, you
You
do.
can choose not to.
And then you don't have a roof over your head or food on your table. You have to work to have the bare necessities.
So what's the reason that everybody in this utopia gets everything? That there's no class system? Like there are no levels to anything. So we're just all equal?
Sure.
Okay,
What's wrong with that?
I don't think we're all equal at all.
What's wrong with everyone getting equal shares? Whenever you don't have to worry about the resources. When everything is recycled and perfectly used.
People aren't all equal.
So, why can't everyone get treated equal then? They may not be equal, but why can't they be treated equal?
Well, they can be treated a certain way. But, I mean, so just anybody you've ever met in your life, they just get all the same things you do?
Sure, why not?
This sounds...
Why? If they do not have why fight for it, why would there be an issue?
I can't see any realistic scenario where this works with population.
Why is it that if you could get a Corvette, and I go, oh, you got a Corvette, now I want a Corvette, and I can go get a Corvette, why would there be an issue?
What'd you do to earn it?
What did you do to earn yours? You didn't do anything. No one's doing anything.
That's what I'm saying. If nobody's doing anything, then you don't deserve shit.
You do things that, again, to better yourself. So if you work not because you need to, because you want to. And that's what you choose to do.
I don't think in your world a Corvette exists.
Why not?
Because anything like that is seen as something cool and beneficial, there's going to come a point where it cannot be distributed to literally everybody. And then there's going to be a problem, and somebody's going to start fighting for something, want to take something. Somebody's going to have power over somebody else. You can't have 8 billion Corvettes.
Why? Every time you wanted a Corvette, you got a Corvette, but now you wanted a Lamborghini. So you had to turn the Corvette to get a Lamborghini.
And where's the vet go?
Reconstituted to be used in
every single piece of it.
I said it was we have perfect recyclables.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is literally a perfect world with absolutely no problems.
No, but there's problems.
What would they be?
I don't know. There's still people with mental issues. They can still kill people just
At
because they
that
want to.
point, we haven't figured out cures for mental diseases, but we can reanimate matter?
Could be.
No. We're not going to work on significant brain trauma first?
What if it's genetic and You gotta change genes.
Well, if that person's not part of a perfect world, they should probably just be let go.
How do you know? You can do gene testing for everybody?
Obviously, in this scenario, yeah.
Okay. Then they're not part of it. Then they were never born. Then, yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. I mean, we're literally fucking talking about nothing.
Exactly. I know. I'm having fun arguing it, though. It's a fantasy.
Okay. Yeah, it's a fantasy of yours, I guess. That would be a perfect world for you?
I don't know. Not going to get to live in it. It's just a fantasy. Never said it was a perfect world for me. Just said it was just an idea.
And one we should be working toward, or
I don't know. Wouldn't it be cool if we didn't have to worry about things? Wouldn't it be nice to not fight over stuff?
we can do that now.
No, we don't.
I
Not
said
everyone
we
can
do that now.
Not everyone can get everything equally, and no one will give.
Because they don't fucking deserve to. I deserve more than a lot of other people
Okay.
because I'm working for it,
Okay. Good.
or I'm more intelligent. And then there are people who are deserving and earning a lot more than I am.
Okay. It's still. I don't see why. Like having a society where no one's fighting over resources
I didn't say that.
is a bad thing.
I'm not fighting over resources with anybody, but I'm putting in a lot more effort than somebody else, and I'm willing to. That's the difference. I can't be in a room with 200 people and you say, everybody here is exactly the same.
Why do you have to be in a room with everyone? Fucking everyone. You can live in your house still. You don't have to go to fucking a white room in a cafeteria where everyone gets a
And
tray.
who maintains this house?
You do. It's your house.
But what if I don't want to? I don't have to? A robot does it?
Sure.
Robot mows the lawn, paints the walls.
Could be.
Okay.
Again,
So then why do I want the house?
I don't know.
I don't want this house.
I don't know.
I want to just live outside and have a robot follow me around.
Could be that case too if you want to do that.
Okay. I can't go any further with this.
Why?
Because you're just saying shit to fuck with me at this point. You're not like in what
You have to.
How
okay,
exactly
the
does
house,
this benefit?
The house, you want to fucking take care of the house. You want to live in the house, you got to take care of the house.
And who determines whether I can live here or not?
You do. You pick the house. You wanted this house.
So who commissions the fucking robots to build it?
There's no commission because you're not paying for anything. You decided you wanted this house on this plot of land.
And if some guy decides he wants this house on this plot of land, what happens?
Then you have to go through an arbitrator and arbitrate to see who gets this house.
So
on this
again,
land.
somebody's making that decision.
A robot's making that decision.
See, this is what now you're just saying shit to say
Again, maybe there's someone who loves to fucking arbitrate. I didn't tell you didn't have to fucking work. I said you don't.
No, you're just saying that like for every possible like scenario where there's an issue or a concern or something.
Every fucking job is still available. You just don't have to fucking do it.
No, that's
so. Yes, you wanted this house, but someone else wanted this house, so you had to go to someone who would arbitrate. Because guess what? A person loves to arbitrate. That was their passion.
no, not because they love to. Somebody has to have that job. Otherwise, that guy can just come and say that that's his robot. Hey, that's my robot. He built this house for me. And you can't prove otherwise because we don't even have paperwork because we don't have lawyers.
No, we do have lawyers because I bet there's someone who likes to be a lawyer.
No, because there needs to be somebody who's a lawyer.
No, maybe someone wants to just be a lawyer. That's what they like to do.
Without social structure, everything falls apart.
You still elect officials, there's still lawyers, there's still judges, there's still everything.
And those people are going to start making decisions about what we can and can't do.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's what it comes back to.
There we go. They can make decisions, but you don't have to work if you don't want to work. But we have people in places of power to make decisions on things. So guess what? Yes. So what? Okay, fine. You can't get this fucking house because another guy paid off another guy because he found a way to get more food and gave it to the guy. For some reason, the judge is corruptible, even though he can get whatever the fuck he wants. He decided he's going to do it. Yeah, then fuck you. You don't get it. I'm saying people are doing things not because they have to, because they want to. That's what I'm saying.
But That can happen today. You can
No,
do
it can't.
things you want.
I can't fucking do anything I want today because I have to be able to do something that I want to that I could pay for fucking food and a roof over my head.
I mean,
I don't get to do what I want to do because I need fucking money to buy food, pay for my fucking car, to pay for my fucking apartment, to pay for my fucking cell phone, and pay for me to retire.
But
if I didn't have to fucking work and I could just do what I wanted to do because I wanted to do it, that's completely fucking different. How is that not completely different? Do you want to always do sales? What did you want? Maybe you want to be an actor. So now you want to fucking act.
I could do that tomorrow if I wanted to. If I really were that committed and passionate about it, I could leave my family and just go pursue an acting career.
Okay. See, some people can't. You can't. But what if you fail? Now you have nothing.
There are fucking consequences for choices you make.
Exactly. But now
it's part of life.
Now we live in a world where there's less consequences for your actions.
Then nobody's motivated to do anything, is what I'm saying.
How do you know people will be motivated to do anything?
Because we are.
You just said you wouldn't be able to fucking do it. So there's one person who would be motivated to do something.
Yes, me as the person living in today's world. Yeah, there's no way. But we naturally are motivated by winning. We're a species that has to have a hierarchy. We're still animals. There has to be a guy. There has to be a Brad Pitt for every fucking Joe Schmo accountant. That's how this works.
So now we have.
That's how we've gotten here.
Maybe we have stuff that helps us, but we still have some people who have to do that stuff. But not because they not because they want, not because they have to. It's because they want to. Maybe someone likes being an accountant. Maybe someone likes running numbers.
What's he running numbers for? There are no businesses. There's just robots everywhere.
There you go.
You tell me there's not a corporation controlling the fucking robots?
That's a good point. Don't need accountants anymore.
Really?
If everything is given to everyone whenever they want it, yeah, don't need accountants. So there you go. There's one list. They can do something else. Become a painter. I don't fucking know.
So in this world, if everything can be just made out of nothing and you can have whatever you want anytime you want, no accounting, no companies, no regulations, if I want 50,000 rifles, I can just have those and then I can just start killing everybody.
Yes, but there's consequences to your actions.
Who's making the laws?
Again, someone probably wants to be a judge. Again, you're not motivated by money and currency and objects. You're motivated.
Judges aren't motivated by money, man. They want to uphold the law.
Really? People are motivated by money. People don't just go. Most people don't go and do things.
Some people are motivated by money. Some people are passionate about what they do.
Okay, now he gets to do it, and he doesn't get paid for it, but he gets whatever he wants. So he does that. So there you go. You have a judge because he wants to.
And that he's the judge for everybody.
No, you're not going to have one fucking judge. I mean, come on. There's got to be more than one person who wants to be a judge because they're passionate about it.
But there wouldn't be any decisions he would make that would be beneficial to him or the people that he likes.
It could be. But still, not fucking arguing that fact. I'm saying there would be plenty of people who are happier knowing that they could pursue their passions and not have to work to put a fucking roof over their head.
Then they just wouldn't work.
Let those fucking lazy people be lazy. Maybe there's some people who would like that, to have the freedom to try other things that they couldn't do before.
Everybody would like that.
Exactly. So why the fuck can't we have that society where we have that option?
It's just not how it's set up.
Why can't we change that setup then?
It's not logical. You have to have people in place doing things, creating economies, like resources, needs, for this whole thing to stay together.
Why can't Elon Musk wants to build a fucking rocket? Why can't he build a rocket? Because he wants to. He has all the materials available to him to start building rockets to go to the moon.
He's doing that now.
Exactly. But
he's got to pay for it.
Yeah.
And the people who want to go have to pay for it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I am saying we don't have to fight over resources. So then there's no reason for a currency to pay for things. So now you do things because you're passionate about it and you want to do it. Guarantee you right now at this moment, if we did not have currency to pay for anything anymore, everyone could get anything they fucking want. Elon Musk would still be trying to build a goddamn rocket to go to the moon because he's passionate about it.
I don't think so.
Do you think he would give up on everything?
If it changed tomorrow, no. But if he were born into that, he would have never come up with the idea. He would have never come up with the idea to make the electric
How do
car
you know?
that he's making.
Maybe now, instead of fucking
Because
motivate... Hold on. Stop. Hold
he's
on.
driven.
Hold on.
Okay.
How about now now our schools are no longer motivated by money to pay for all the equipment they have. People get a better education.
Nobody wants to fucking educate anyone, and no one wants a goddamn education. They're forced into the fucking school. Why would they want to go sit down for 8 hours at a time?
Some people like
and
teaching.
learn.
There's some people who love teaching. So why not? Why can't there be a teacher?
Who's going to teach?
A teacher, a person,
Yeah. Who's he going to teach?
students.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They're not just going to jump on the internet, get all the information they need, and move on with their fucking day?
They have to learn how to use the internet. Maybe the teacher teaches them how to use the internet.
Great. That's a 1-hour course. If Elon Musk were born into a society that didn't look like ours looks now, with all the pollution and potential global warming and all these huge issues, he wouldn't be concerned about getting us off the fucking planet. It wouldn't matter. So no, he wouldn't be building his goddamn rockets. And he wouldn't be building electric fucking cars because pollution doesn't matter. He would be doing nothing. There would be nothing to do.
What if he wants to? What if he's motivated for exploration? What if he wants to be an explorer? So now he's building rockets not to just...
So how have we created a world in which we can reanimate matter, but we haven't been outside the confines of our current limitations of space?
I don't know. It's fantasy, dude. I don't have the brain capacity to figure that out because I'm not evolved to that point. It is beyond my realm of thought, just like a combustion engine is out of the realm of thought of someone who is fucking riding a horse wearing a suit of armor. That's my point. It's beyond me to know. It's a fantasy. I don't know how we got there. I don't know what the structure is because maybe we are not in the same place we are now. I'm trying to come up with answers for you, dude. But it's a fucking fantasy. Just like to the person who was fucking in a castle going, how the fuck are we going to get across the fucking country real quick? I got to take a 3-month tour on a goddamn horse. He never would have thought, hey, how about we get on a fucking plane? It takes me 2 hours to get across the country. That's what I'm saying. I don't fucking know. I don't have the answers. We don't live in that fucking society. That's the point. It's a fantasy. Be way beyond ours. What if another 1,000 years? 1,000 years, it could happen. Because look at just the technology boom in the last 20 years. Maybe in 1,000 years, in the year 3017, we've gone outside the
planet's just entirely self-sustaining.
No, the planet's shit, and we left it. We were motivated because we destroyed it to be better. That's what happened. Your world happened. The pollution was bad. We were just fucking shit people. And we left. We're like, oh man, we got to get out of here. We ruined it. Now maybe we learned from our mistake. We made a mistake. We're like, oh shit, we shouldn't have done this. Let's get in our spaceship because we developed it because out of the necessity to leave this planet. We found another planet and another solar system. Everyone. We built a ship big enough for everyone. But we all realize how big of a fuck up it is. So now what we did, we made structures. Like you said, we have laws to prevent us from doing the same shit we did before.
So I have heard you say, I can't even count how many times I've heard you say the phrase, people are shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's human nature that you're
people
just ignoring in this scenario.
No, people are shit now. People develop. That's what you're ignoring. You're thinking as if it was today. I have never said today.
I'm not thinking today. I'm thinking about human nature.
Maybe we fucking evolve. We're constantly evolving. Maybe we evolve. Maybe our brains have evolved to the point where maybe we stop being so emotional and so petty, and we start to develop higher brain functions. To the
Great. I hope it happens. It's either going to be 1,000,000 years from now or it's not going to happen.
Okay, so what if it's 1,000,000 years? It happens in 1,000,000 years. Again, this was a fucking fantasy. I never said it was going to happen tomorrow. You just can't seem to get the fact that I'm saying it's a fantasy, that it's beyond my realm of...
There are a lot, everybody getting along and being nice to each other is a great fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But
why can't it happen?
It's exactly what it is.
Why can't we develop? Why can't you entertain the thought?
I would love to entertain the thought. And then it's fleeting. I mean...
Whatever.
It'd be super if everybody got along and there were no crimes and no hate and all those kinds of things in the world.
Let's say there's none. There's never none. Say it still happens, but it's reduced significantly. Because again, we are still shitty people. Just now happens less. Still be a better world than we're living in now.
Well, yeah, there are a million things that would make it a better world than we're living in now.
That's all I've been saying. I'm pissed that you seem to just never entertain the thought of things sometimes. You seem to be stuck in you never think about things outside the box. You think of everything as it is now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Every time we talk about stuff, sometimes you can't just entertain the thought.
Really? Like let's go back to your example. Like when I bring up a documentary I watched about something really interesting that you just shut down on.
No, I said
there's no reason to think about it.
No, I said I didn't give a shit about what happened in it. Because it didn't affect me. That's not.
And your fantasy doesn't affect me.
It's not a hypo. No, that's not. That's a documentary. That's something that's happening now that I don't care. That's not affecting my life. This is a hypothetical. Like this is out. This is not even in the same.
So how is it a problem for me to argue the logic of even a hypothetical situation? Because if you just brought it up and you were like, it's a perfect world where everything just appears and there are no problems and you don't have to do anything and you can do a job if you want. All I should say is dope.
No?
Sounds dope.
But you were not coming up with anything. Oh, you were shooting it all down. You were not coming up with any way to solve the problems you're bringing up.
Okay.
So you're bringing up a problem of like fucking drywall not getting done. Who's going to do it?
Yeah.
I said you did it. So
I'm curious to know what your solution is in this world for that.
Exactly. And my solution is I don't know because we don't live in that world.
I don't know either. That's why I asked.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I get you. Whatever.
That's not being closed-minded. Like, I'm totally open to the thought that we will evolve, but it's going to take a long fucking time.
Dude, I don't think it would take that long. If you look at just in our history, our recent history, we have clearly
evolved. That's not evolution, that's innovation. Those are different things.
No, you can clearly see where we've evolved. We've gotten taller than humans a long time ago.
Very slowly. A little bit taller.
So?
Right.
Why can't we be just a little bit smarter?
I'm not saying we can't.
Okay. You were never saying that this whole time.
Yeah, no. We of course are getting smarter.
Millions of years. Like, why can't it be 1,000 years where we develop just enough to where we realize that we've been petty all this time?
I think every evolutionary step takes some insane number of generations. So I don't know if 1,000 years is realistic. But I'm not saying, yes, of course we'll continue to get smarter and become more innovative and come up with better solutions to our problems and probably find a way to, either get this planet, you would hope, turned around at some point before we all kill each other or find another place to live, which I think the former is way more realistic.
I really wish you were bringing this shit up earlier because you really weren't saying this earlier.
Yeah, because I was poking holes in your fucking theory.
There was not a theory, and there was no holes to be poked into. It was a fantasy. There was no reason to poke holes in it. It was just like, it was a fantasy.
But why can't I question the logic behind your fantasy?
How about you not question? How about you bring up a problem and try to solve it yourself? I don't have the answer. Why don't you solve it?
What do you mean?
You're trying to poke holes in it. Why don't you fill that hole?
I'm asking, it's your fantasy. I'm asking, in your fantasy, what happens when this thing takes place?
And
what happens when a building's on fire? Are there robot fire? Like, I'm literally asking you, I want you to build me your story.
Okay.
Are there robot firefighters?
There's no robot firefighters. There's actual firefighters. Again,
why do they have that job?
Because they wanted to do it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they did.
Why not?
Because if they don't have to do anything, shouldn't they just rely on the robots?
What if there's no robots? Not enough robots to do every job.
Well, yeah, that's what, I don't think there would be.
But why can't people do things out of passion for doing it?
I guess they could. It'd be so hard to organize that, though. Like, well, this, like, Dallas has human firefighters, but Arlington doesn't. And, you know, Capel has half and half. So, like, one of the robots burned in this fire, but then this human burned over here. So now we've got to find the resource. Like, I'm just saying, like, that shit gets really convoluted, as is life now. So I was trying to have you paint me the picture of, like, okay, what does this actually look like?
This world is everyone can get anything they want, but they still do the stuff. They still have passions. Some of those passions include work. You don't get paid for that work. You do that work because you enjoy it. So you go and fight fires because you enjoy helping people. It makes you feel good. So if someone's car's on fire, someone's house is on fire, you go put it out because you feel good about helping other people.
Okay. If I can get anything I want, I think I would. I don't know what I'd be passionate about.
There you go. That's the thing. Now you get to discover your passions. Now you get to find out what you're passionate about. You have the time to now experiment. Find out what you're passionate about. Maybe all this time you've wanted to be a mechanic and you discovered you have a passion for cars. So now what you do is you fix people's cars for them because you really enjoy working on a car.
And what if I'm passionate about molesting kids?
Then you go to jail because there's someone who's passionate about the law, and we still have laws. And now you go to jail.
Okay. It
Why?
steamrolls from there. Like, who upholds the law, and how do we determine how long this guy's in jail? And then
because we have people who develop same way we have it now. We still have the same fucking laws we have now. We still have judges that enforce the laws.
Yeah, and then
We have
human
cops.
nature allows people to circumvent those or take advantage of them and all those things. So how do we stop in this world? How do we stop that from happening?
Law, okay, give me something you're going to try circumventing right now. Circumvent the law.
What do you mean? Like,
I don't know. You're saying
marijuana possession laws.
Okay. All right. Right now, marijuana is illegal. You can't do it, but you smoke it. Did you get caught?
I don't know. Is there a robot in my house watching me?
No.
Is he uplinked to the server?
Let's say you have your home as spy robot free of that thing. It's the same thing as it is now. No one caught you smoking weed, so you didn't get in trouble.
And if I do, the sentence is the same every single time, no matter what.
Sure. Yes.
Then why is there a judge?
Good point. Why is there a judge?
I don't know.
Why do we have judges now?
To give sentences.
Okay.
They use their judgment to determine how long you should be incarcerated.
Okay, so that's what it does for you. You're a repeat offender, so now you get to go to jail longer.
So what I'm saying is that there will still be corrupt people doing bad shit.
Good. Yes, there will be. It's not perfect then.
Yeah.
But now some people get to have a better life because they chose to. They get to try doing other things because they don't have to worry about food or shelter, food, water, shelter. They get all that stuff taken care of.
Okay. I still see a scenario where somebody's in control of those resources, though. That was my whole point. Like, somebody's got to make the decisions on where that stuff goes. Right?
Why? Again, in my fantasy, we have perfect recyclabilities.
With just limitless capabilities, though? Like, what? I mean...
Yes, we developed farming techniques that produce crops at greater yields and in shorter times.
And how many people do we have? I mean, I'm just asking these questions to
okay,
like...
and we have the same amount of people we have now.
Well, man, that'd be interesting.
I mean, keep poking holes. Let's find something out. I'm saying, I will not deny the fact that people still can be corrupted. But now, there's less reason for corruption to run rampant because money's not a thing.
They don't have some motive to get something they can't attain otherwise.
There we go. See, so what's so bad about that?
I didn't say there was anything bad about that.
Okay. I'm not saying it was fine. It's not perfect. There's still people who are going to do bad shit.
Right.
There still needs to be someone to uphold the law. But now that person doesn't have to do it for money. They do it because they enjoy it. They do it because they like being a judge and they like to do that.
Okay.
Like I just think it'd be nice to have a world where you don't have to fight over resources and everything.
Well, yeah. I don't know
But
how
it's not.
that.
But it's
I don't
not
know how
perfect.
that. Like, I don't even know. I mean, if you take it back to, I was reading some headline on the internet today that was like something about humans have come near extinction 3 different times, and at one point, some scientists have speculated there were as few as 600 people. I would venture a bet that even those 600 people were fighting over resources. And look at all the fucking space they had.
Yeah, but now it wasn't. Now, see, but that was the thing. Now it's not. It wasn't an issue of space. It was an issue of people to take care of that, to plow the fields, to plant the crops, to harvest the crops, to process them into foods. That was the issue then. So land was no longer an issue. It was now people to work it.
I mean, I guess.
That was the shortage. That was the issue.
Well, no, because I mean, if you had a plot the size of this room for your food and water, let's say you had them both in the same spot with 4 people, you could work that out easily, and you
Okay.
wouldn't want for anything.
But
right?
say you had a bad year. Now you don't have any. Now you don't have any food. It was a bad crop. Nothing grew. You didn't get enough rain. So that's the thing. Is like there was not enough people to work more land to have more space. In your scenario of that, however many people you said, I don't remember what you said. So,
But in yours, we've got the land and the capability to turn over the crops to feed
because this is a future world.
4+ billion people who today don't get enough food.
Yes. There's lots of people who can get food right now that don't get it because of corruption. There's
Well,
plenty
they
of
can't
people.
get clean food.
There are plenty of people who can get clean food because of corruption, because they don't make the money to get the food they need. Because the people in power don't allow them to have it.
Well, I'd like to see it.
Because there's plenty of, I mean, look at our country. There's plenty of fucking waste. That if we didn't waste so much, it could go to other countries.
Well,
But we don't because it's corrupt, and I agree with you. But corruption, but also those people who are being corrupted are motivated by money.
yeah.
Yeah, you pay them off, lobbyists to pay people off to keep them on their side, to keep other people down. Now, guess what? Those people don't have to worry about food. So now, harder to be corrupt, hard to keep other people down because you can't deny them access to things.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking of like the getting anything you want type of scenario. Like you're going to have the guy who wants, a roof over his head and some food in his stomach, and then you might have a guy who's like, I need 30 jets.
You're right.
Like, how does that? I mean, you just get 30 jets? I don't know. I don't think that's manageable. I can see like a set, like we all get this.
We
you know what I mean?
We set rules. Okay, there's laws now governing it. Food is limitless. Okay, homes all become standardized. Everyone gets the same fucking house, but everyone gets a house for free. But everyone gets the same fucking house. Everyone gets the same. We'll say they're all in fucking straight goddamn rows, and this is your singles dormitories. Not dormitories. We'll say homes. Everyone gets a home, plot a little bit of land. Everyone gets. Everyone's single. You get a single home domicile. And this is the family domicile, or the couples, or the large family. But that's it. Everyone gets the same exact one, but you can do what you want inside of it, but it's the same plot for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's standardized. If you want to have a bigger house, fuck some more people, have more kids. There you go.
Well, I think that's kind of the root argument around the whole universal basic income thing is like if everybody gets to start at 2, let's call it 2 out of 10, then like a lot more people are gonna, there are people proposing that crime will go down, there won't be such a need for like kids to go into the workforce or like teenagers to work as much, all these different things. Like, I think what you're talking about is like give everybody a starting point so that there's not this like pressure to just, get through the fucking day, and they'll become more.
Maybe that's what I want.
Open.
Maybe not perfect. But
Well,
maybe
nothing's
just
ever gonna
enough.
be perfect.
Maybe just enough to where they can have everyone have a roof over their head, food in their stomach. And now they go to they do what they want to do. Not guess what? Because I don't want to do what I fucking do right now. I'm not passionate about that shit, but that shit puts food in my belly and a roof over my head.
Right. But if you got whatever the amount is that they dictate, I think some people have thrown out the number like 30
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
grand or something like that.
I think money's terrible. If you're allowed to eat, is what you should be allowed. You should be allowed to get food. Like maybe to get food, you don't pay money for it. You have a card, and on that card, it's just you use your ID to get food.
Well, what's your limit on the food? I mean, can you get filet mignon for every meal? There's got to be like a budgetary amount every day.
Okay.
Set meals.
How about this again? It's a good point. You got a good point there.
Well, that's why I think a lot of people lean toward the universal basic income because it's like, look, we're just going to give you this, and you do with it whatever the fuck you want, and if you're irresponsible with it, go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if you think it's enough to live off of, also go fuck yourself. Like, we're just, here you go, fuck your health care. You said you wanted this. We're going to give you $35K a year, and you can do with it whatever you want. You can put it in your fucking retirement and keep doing your job and retire early, or you can try to live off of it, or whatever you want to do. But it's so hard to regulate. Like, if you gave everybody food, that's such a broad. So what does that mean? All right, breakfast is bacon, eggs, toast every day, period. That's it. Or is it you get $20 worth of food for breakfast? Like, what are those rules? You know what I'm saying? It becomes really weird.
Okay. They're developed meals.
Developed meals?
Like
MREs?
No. Different options.
Oh, okay.
But maybe it's like an assortment. Like every morning, you get
3 choices or something.
Or no, you get different assortments of foods. Maybe it's like you can mix and match foods, but you know, like there's apples, oranges, cereal, oatmeal. You can pick out of any all that stuff you want.
A lot of carbs.
Just the fucking things I thought of, Dick, as a standard breakfast food for everyone.
Yeah.
So that's what they get to do. They get to pick, you get to pick an assortment of that because that's something we were able to develop into a point where it's sustainable for everyone to use and easily recyclable and reused again. So that's what we use.
Okay.
And then everyone at lunch gets to pick from certain items and dinner. There'll still be people who want to work to get the better shit. Maybe you have to work to get better shit. You don't get paid money, but now for every...
Well, it's kind of like the fucking token system in that Black Mirror deal almost. Like,
I don't think I got to that episode.
Yeah,
Token?
With the guy from Get Out. It was the second episode of the first season. They're riding the bikes to get the fucking points.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. There you go. We had to do something to contribute, and you get better shit for it.
I don't like that. Like, to fucking socialize that kind of stuff, it just makes me uncomfortable.
Well, not that point. Not socialize that shit where everyone's a fucking amiibo.
Well, it kind of is, though, because, like, yeah, that gets really weird, riding the line on that. Because it's like, well, everybody at least gets X, even if they do 0.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you feel like doing more, there's got to be some kind of reward system for,
Which
the
I guess
people who
is,
want
which
to
I
do
guess
more.
is the same as getting paid. So no matter what,
Yeah.
it's still the same system.
Hmm.
Because you're right. Maybe we can do Flame Me On for every million you want to
I
do.
don't even see. My biggest concern isn't like, well, I mean, at this point, it would be creating the resources just because of the technology that exists now to do it. But in the future, like let's say we have some way to control the climate, we just turn Africa into a fucking farm. We control the climate over Africa with some shit we put in, because they can do that. They can like make storms.
How about we just make? How about we develop giant greenhouses, like bigger?
Right. Something like that. So
No.
like, okay, we got food handled. The biggest problem for me with human beings is who gets the fucking food? Who's the guy who came up with the super greenhouse? Because now he's going to be like, I'm going to hand out the food and you don't get any. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you avoid that? That's my big struggle with people. Is that guy being like, guess what?
We kill that guy.
Just fucking bury him in the soil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Food for the worms.
That's right. Oh, man.
I mean, I don't know. I'm saying that's why I'd hope for this to happen, we'd have to develop into.
We'd have to get
better.
way above ourselves.
Exactly.
For sure.
I see, and I don't think it needs to be way above ourselves. I think some of us are at that point. We just needed more people to get to that point.
I think a lot of us want that.
Maybe I see myself as I'm not a person who looks at other people who have more than me and go, I hate that person because they have more.
Oh, I don't feel that way.
Yeah, but see,
I still want it though.
See, I don't give a fuck what people have. Maybe that's why it's in my fantasy this way is because I don't care. I want what I want, and I don't care what other people have.
Yeah, but the things that
Because
you want are so much different from everyone else. Like
exactly.
So if we what the fuck was I just trying to say?
Universalized?
Universalized? Are either of those words?
I don't know.
If we standardized everything, a lot of people might not get like things they get, they might hate.
Well, maybe the standardization was just to make you happy in this argument. Because exactly the same things that make me happy don't make you happy, and that's why I think that even if you wanted 30 fucking jets, I would go, why do you have 30 jets? What the fuck are you gonna do with 30 jets? I seem stupid. What are you doing with them?
Well, I'm gonna like do a flying V, and I'm gonna fly in a different one every time.
How are you gonna do a flying V if you're only in one? How do you fly all 30 at the same time?
I got all the pilots I need. Just pilots, man.
You got 30 pilots?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
No,
So now that's your passion is to fly now.
I think
and you found 29 other people who want to fly.
I think you'd have to sort of set like because if everybody gets like some base level thing, they're all going to want something different. So you say like, here's the proposed value limit of you can get whatever you want within this limit.
Yeah, but again,
if you want 20 million Twinkies,
now I'm going to go to your point of who sets that limit.
Yep, that's my struggle.
Yeah, that's the thing is, why do you need 30 jets?
Oh, I don't.
Exactly. Okay, so maybe you can get anything you want, but everything you get has to be justified. Okay? So if you want 30 jets, you have to justify 30 jets for yourself.
Start an airline.
There you go. Okay. So then you have to have a business proposal. You say, we're going to fly out of here and here and here. I have these 29 other people who want to fly the planes as well. We'll run from these times on these days. If you can justify it, then sure. You get 29 planes. I don't see the point if you just like flying, because guess what? You're not charging anyone to fly. Flying's free. There's no money. So I don't see what's the point of the 30 jets, other than just that person's wanting to be an asshole. But see, okay, there you go. We have someone who is a judge who arbitrates these things. You have to justify these things to someone.
Is his last name Dredd?
Yes, he's Judge Dredd, and you have to justify. He is the law. But you got to justify these things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a bigger house with the fucking gym and everything in it, got to find a way to justify it.
Yeah,
not
but
just because you want it, you have to justify it. So.
Yeah. See, but my justification is subjective.
Well, say you want it because you don't like this house. You want a newer house. How many bedrooms do you want in this fantasy house not fantasy, this future house that you're wanting to buy? How many bedrooms are in it?
5.
5 bedrooms. Okay. What else is in it? A media room?
Mm-hmm.
A game room?
Mm-hmm.
And a gym?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Office.
An office?
I mean, yeah, it'll have like, outdoor kitchen and all that kind of shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Justify the 5 bedrooms.
Well, kids, guests, mother-in-law suite, and my bedroom. So you've got a mother-in-law suite is 1, a master suite is 2, 2 kids, that's 4, and then a guest bedroom for guests.
Okay, do you have 2 kids?
Not yet.
Okay, so we'll say you can get that when you have 2 kids.
Just booting a fucking family out of their house at some point?
No, say Laura gets pregnant, then you can put in a requisition for an extra room.
Yeah, I'm out on that world. 100% out.
Why?
Because if I have to get somebody else's approval to do something I want to do, I'm out. I'm either going to do it because I'm capable or I'm not.
But see, that's the point. Then anyone can get 30 fucking jets for no reason. And you want rules, so that's now there has to be a reason.
Yeah,
for
or
it.
my request could continue to be denied, and I could have 5 kids and live in a 1-bedroom house.
That's not allowed. They can't deny a request because of that. You have to have at least 1 bedroom for every person that lives in your house. Every human being. That's not a couple.
Count?
There's not a couple. Human being, I said. And there's not a couple. So if you're a couple, you share a room.
Some couple don't sleep together.
You can have separate beds in that fucking room. Still have to have 1 bedroom for a couple.
Oh,
Then
man.
a single bedroom for every kid.
Those are some spoiled fucking kids. I grew up sharing a bedroom. You know why?
Parents couldn't afford it.
That's right.
But that's the point. There's the point. There's now they don't have to. You don't have to struggle with that stuff.
I like the struggle, man. I enjoy it.
But what if
I
now?
fucking
But
revel
what if
in
now
it.
the struggle could be learning a skill? Maybe you want to learn something else. Maybe you want to learn to be a pilot. Now you don't have the time because you're working so much.
Yeah.
But in this society, you can start to learn to be a pilot. And you can start to fly.
Wouldn't be my first choice.
How do
Race
you
car
know?
driver.
There you fucking go. You've always wanted to do that. Now you want to race fucking cars. You can. Because you don't have to pay. You don't have to work to pay for this house. So you want.
But is there no reward for winning the F1 championship?
You get a trophy.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
You get a trophy and the acknowledgement that you fucking won, like you're the best.
I'm out.
Really? Because I guarantee you, if we won state championship in football in high school, we'd still fucking love that shit, even though we wouldn't get any money out of that.
Sure.
Exactly. Same thing with winning a race. You beat everyone else. You won. Why do you have to get a payday out of it?
Well,
you get a trophy, you get the champagne and the women all spraying everyone.
I mean, those guys are risking their lives for the sake of glory and a lot of money.
And they're passionate about it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of money in it, though. Like a lot.
Yeah, but I bet you there'd still be plenty of them who'd want to still do it even if they weren't getting paid a lot of money.
Well, yeah. I mean, they came up making no money.
Exactly. See? So there you go.
But they kept going so they could make a lot of money.
Maybe now they keep going. Now you can keep going to be the best. Be the best means you've won the races.
I won the money.
That's the thing. It's like there's got to be something that you're passionate about. Maybe you want to golf more. So now you want to be a better golfer. Now you have the time to go golf.
Yeah, nah, just exercise, dirt bikes, cars. There you go.
Why? What's so wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Guarantee you'll get bored of it a lot and start to try doing other things.
Probably.
So maybe then you decide you want. Maybe if this happened tomorrow, there's no issues. Yes, things would be shitty at first because no one would want to work. Like everyone would be bored. Everyone would just be mindless zombies. Guarantee you, after a while though, people are gonna want to go to work just to work, just because they want to have something to fulfill their lives. But now you can pick things that you want to do not because you need money, but because you like to do it.
I want to be a nude parasailer.
Sure.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, fucking just up in the
slapping down onto the water at like 80.
No, but you mentioned the harness just on your fucking
and the wind.
just. Man, your balls are just like this, pinched between it, but your balls are just hanging here, like at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just dangling.
Like a pair of truck nuts.
Exactly. Just waiting for you to slap. And you pick up your feet. Like, you're like, oh, no. And then your balls are like the first thing to hit.
They just rip right off.
Just squished.
Yeah. I'm going to have to wear a jock, I think, at least.
There you go, then.
Or
you're
assless chaps.
There you go.
Perfect.
But that's just my point. There's got to be, there's not going to be, it won't be perfect. People are still going to need to work. But for some people, we may end up getting some really talented artists, actors, and things like that out of it because now they didn't have to work at McDonald's. They can go pursue their dreams.
Yeah. If we're talking utopias, McDonald's is just gone.
Maybe people love McDonald's. We got robots flipping those shit.
Yeah, in that world, people would probably just have a fucking McDonald's conveyor coming into their house, just.
Dude, I don't think if people had access to good food.
Yeah, I don't think they'd eat that shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if everyone had access to like good, say,
if everybody could shop at Whole Foods, they would.
Exactly.
You know what? Actually, no, I don't think so. I think a lot of people really enjoy some of the shitty food they eat.
Well, yes, it is very enjoyable, but you know what? I would probably get better food for myself if I had access to it. I would maybe, in this perfect world, the matter fucking manipulator thing, maybe it can make anything you want. All right? It can reconstitute. Maybe it's a paste. Maybe we take everything and mulch it into a paste, and it takes that paste and reconstitutes it into the item that you wanted. All right?
It's terrifying.
Yeah. It's a pink paste. Looks like that Taco Bell meat. All right? But somehow it ends up as a salad. I don't know how it works.
Flux capacitor.
Yeah, it runs through the flux capacitor. But that's just the thing. It's like we can reconstitute matter, so we can mess with the molecules. Because that's all it is. There's just atoms. We found a way to manipulate atoms to remake the item that you wanted. I guarantee you, I would eat better. I would eat more salad, eat more vegetables, because I can go, hey, I want a stir fry of chicken and vegetables. No shrimp this time, though. I don't want to be sick. I guarantee you, I would have better food.
I think I'd just eat donuts all day.
Would you really?
God, yes.
Do you really think you would get fat? And I know you don't want to be fat. See, you'd be motivated not to do that.
So easy, though.
Yes, but it's also easy to go, hey, I want a fucking protein bar.
Oh, man.
Covered in gravy.
Donuts.
But that's the thing. You have access now to things. Yes, you can get a burger if you want. And then you can sit there and eat burgers all you want until you die. If that's what you want to do, fine. Guess what? We're going to lose a lot of those people real quick. Right?
Yeah.
Don't you think maybe it's better that way if we just had everything given to us? Because then those who are not motivated to work or improve themselves will just die off.
Eat themselves into oblivion.
Exactly. They'll have aneurysms because they had blood clots run to their brain because they didn't move because they sat there and watched Netflix for 3 weeks straight. You know? So we lose those people.
God.
There you go. Now we
watch Stranger Things 400 times.
Exactly, but see, there you go. We lose those people. We lose those people who are motivated to do things. Or unmotivated to do things.
Yeah. Not a bad result.
There you go.
Just do that now. Just go and wipe them out.
We can't just kill them. You let them
They
kill
need equal
themselves.
treatment, though.
Let them kill themselves. They want to.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, it's fucking late.
It is.
I think we've been at this for like 3 hours.
How long were we arguing over this?
I don't know.
Look, I enjoyed it. I enjoy thinking about this shit. You know?
My eyes are all...
And I'm fine with people poking holes in it. That's okay.
Blurry.
Because guess what? I don't have the answers for shit.
Nor do I.
But I think we did come to a good understanding that guess what? People are shit right now. And if it happened tomorrow, we would be fucked.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's such an interesting kind of thing to hope, to at least hope for that, like, we'll eventually become I mean, obviously we're a very intelligent species, but that we'll become some kind of, like, higher intelligence. And there's the huge fear around AI, us creating something that's so much smarter than we are that it sees that we're the problem. I mean, Elon Musk is one of the guys who's very, very worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, look, if we create something more intelligent than we are, it's going to realize we don't belong. Like, we're fucking it up, and it's going to kill us.
See, I've always wondered why is killing us the solution? Why not improve us?
Because it would be able to understand that we're too ignorant, selfish, and prideful to be changed in our current state, and that the only option is for us to go.
All of us or just a few of us?
I would say 99% of us.
Really?
Like, we would say, "Oh, fucking stupid robot. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." Yeah, dude. We're still a very, like,
you think you'd be killed by
immature species.
You think you'd be killed by the robot?
Well, I'm a huge consumer of things and not a great contributor to, like, improving any conditions. So, yeah, probably. Even though I, like,
yeah, but guess
am
what?
not
But you know why?
a bad person or whatever.
You know why that is? Because you have to work to put a roof over your head and food on your table.
And I like shit.
So maybe if we postulate that to the AI, like, hey, AI, figure this out. Right now, the reason why we're shit is because we're motivated by money, and money is what makes the world work. Find a way to solve that solution, and that way that'll solve us. If we no longer have to work to put a roof over our head and food in our belly.
Well, but that's not it, because we still have to create the resources. Like, the food has to be made in a way that right now is detrimental to the environment. So it would have to solve that first.
Honestly,
like,
I think we waste too much. I bet we can come up. I bet they can come up with a way to distribute food evenly.
Right, but I'm saying, like,
to the point
this
where,
AI
where
might
we
even...
could use the resources we have now and not waste so much of that shit.
But what if the AI decides that we shouldn't have beef ever again? Like, cows just shouldn't be fucked with.
Okay, so what's its plan for the cows then?
I don't know. That's their concern with creating something that's so intelligent.
Then we don't
it sees us how harmful we are to everything, and is like, oh, like that movie with Keanu Reeves.
The Matrix?
Oh, god damn it! Where he was the alien that came down. I think Naomi Watts maybe was in it. It was a remake of an old movie. And he basically said that human beings are... There's this great kind of monologue about human beings being a plague.
Yes. We are a plague. We're a virus on this planet. That's also in the Matrix as well.
That's true, yeah. You're a plague. He's wiping the sweat off his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, we are a plague. But guess what? I mean, you're right. We could be wiped off. There's also plenty of things that lie dormant in yourself. Plenty of viruses and things like that. So we can be cold.
Yeah. The day the Earth was green. No, the day the Earth stood still.
Oh, I didn't see that
That's
remake.
Right. God damn, that was in 2008. He was Klaatu. Why is my voice going? Klaatu. Movie wasn't very good, but
Yeah.
that was a good scene in it.
But yes, that's the thing. Yes, we are
Jennifer
terrible.
Connelly.
But come on, like it would need. Hopefully, it would justify its reasoning why we can't have beef anymore. What's the point? So if we don't have beef anymore, cows are gonna run free. But so what is it that why is it the cows don't
Yeah.
get slaughtered for food? What is
Yeah,
the
and
purpose?
what part of the AI's original programming makes it think that our treatment of the animals is bad versus being good? Like, how does it get to that decision?
Well, it should. I mean, if it's actual intelligence, I understand animals need to eat.
Life eats life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we eat cows. Just the same as why does a cheetah eat a gazelle? It needs to take that nutrition and create energy.
Yeah.
So why is it that why is it like what would it be its purpose? What is the purpose of cows? It sounds like then cows will then no longer be eaten. So which means cows can eat more grass, which means there's less vegetation, less oxygen turning or CO2 turning into oxygen. So it sounds like it's worse to have more cows.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe we should kill more cows then.
Just a steak-only diet.
Yes.
Perfect.
But that's the thing is it would have to have if it was an intelligence higher than ours, it'd have to have a reason for it. What would be? It's got to be what would be that reason? It seems like I mean right there that sounds like to me perfect reason why that was like no cows should still be on the menu.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Well, they're still on mine.
yeah
Some steaks in the fridge.
it could be that it's like maybe now you can't have steaks in the fridge. You can have a steak if you want. You can go get a steak. But you can't store it now. You can't keep it for later. So you had
have
to.
excessive beef consumption.
Yes, you can't have excessive food that sits around. Guarantee you, I bet you there's plenty of Americans who have that just toss out food because it just
Once a week after when we go to the grocery store.
sits in the fucking
Throw out
fridge.
food.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe now you're not allowed to have that much.
Great.
That would.
Fridge robot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go. With vacuum tubes, they just sends it to you.
There are some smart fucking fridges. I wouldn't be surprised.
There you
that,
go.
Like, they
Amazon's
just eat
working
the
on their
food
fucking
for you or
drones.
some shit. God damn. They're expensive enough. Fridges are cost of a car now.
Yeah, because they're like connected to the goddamn internet, which is stupid.
No thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
Say whip. I say cool whip.
You're eating hair. So, Tony, number 23.
Yep.
Wrapping up, calling it, fucking latest shit.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to check us out on Instagram. That's about the only place we're going to show up. What's Next Pod.
Yeah.
Also, Twitter. Obviously, YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yep.
And I'm not even going to say it.
Twitch.
So, any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, if you want to get into our argument about fucking living in Xanadu,
Yeah. Xanadu.
hit us up at whatsnextpod@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about that. Again, thank you for joining us. Please be sure to leave us a review on iTunes because those things are actually super fucking helpful in terms of getting our name like up a list of podcasts out of the billions and billions that there are. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, What's Next Pod. And yeah, thanks for checking us out. We'll see you guys on the next one.
I like that we both did that at the same time. That's cute.